or visit onesolution.net.au. And not forgetting also our forever supporting Adelaide or soccer in South Australia, the RAA. Get an insurance quote from the RAA today. And today's match commentary team is Paul Pellizzari, Rob Peppicelli, and our special comments stats man, Andrew Sperling. It's a very good afternoon to you, Rob, and welcome back, mate.
Yeah, thanks, Paul. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to the viewers that are watching this big game today. Adelaide United up against Para Hills here at the Mobberies ground, Smith Partners Stadium here at beautiful afternoon here, and a bit warmish. We've still got this warm weather. It's been 7th week of, well, it's rain 8 actually, and the weather's still warm. So
still no rain to speak of as well.
No, it's very dry at the moment.
It's a very good afternoon to our comments, special comments and stats man, Andrew Sperling. Spells, good afternoon, mate.
Hello, boys. How are you?
Good, mate. Ready for a nice afternoon out here at the Smith Partners Stadium?
Yeah, I'm really impressed with the pitch. It just looks fantastic. So another one of the new AstroTurf pitches, and gee, I'm having a look through this Adelaide United squad, and gee, there's some players that are in it. They've compiled quite a nice squad there. Won't steal your thunder. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but looking forward to this game.
Absolutely, and a very good afternoon to our boundary rider. Thanks to Dry Creek Auto Wreckers, Ryan Marvejo, Andrew Marvejo. Where am I going today?
I said that once too.
I think it's the sunstroke that we've got out here.
It is.
I say suffer, boys, because I have to do this every week in the sun. You've said it's 8 weeks straight now. I'm in my jeans. I'm sweating. Now, eventually, you guys are out of your air-conditioned sort of box where you guys sort of get looked after. So I say no mercy from the boundary rider today.
Sorry, what week is that we get looked after? Apart from Metro Stars in Adelaide City, when do we get looked after?
I say every week.
I say you're on something.
Nah, good afternoon, everybody.
Yeah, good afternoon, Ryan. Good to have you on board, mate.
Thank you very much.
Let's have a look at last week's results of the NPL South Australia. And, of course, there were some games overnight, but quickly round 7. Sturt Line lost to Adelaide City 3-0. No great surprises there. West Adelaide, their new coach, 2 on the bounce at that stage, 4-1 over South Adelaide. Metro Stars 3-2 over the Adelaide Comets. It was our match of the round, or our broadcast match. And it was a great game. Para Hills Knights 2-1 over West Torrens Burkalla, still struggling the old Burks. Adelaide Olympic 2-1 over the Croydon Kings. And Adelaide United under 21.
Shock.
Yeah, shock result there.
It was a Sunday game, that one.
3-0 over Campbelltown City. Round 8 did get underway yesterday, so we'll quickly go through those results, as you can see there on screen. Robbie.
Yeah, Metro Stars, great win. I picked them yesterday, but 2-0 over Adelaide City. So Adelaide City losing to the 2 big guns, Campbelltown and Metro Stars. So Metro's winning 2-0. Burkalla, gee, they thought they had the game at 1-1, but West Adelaide in the 95th minute. Paul, you were happy with that one. Yeah. And the coach, Karatzis, 3rd in a row.
Was his son scored the winner in the 95th?
Yes, 100%.
Good on you, Jimmy.
So West Adelaide winning 2-1. Croydon Kings were down, I think, 2-0. Came back in that game, but the Comets got the chocolates down there, 3-2. Campbelltown, after going down last week, 3-0. So Adelaide United had a good win against Olympic, 2-1 in the dying seconds as well.
92nd minute.
So a couple of late shows there in the fixtures. Well, with a nice little wasp there next to you, Rob.
So looking at the other games being played today, South Adelaide up against Sturt Lions, and the big one here at the Smith Partners Stadium, it is Adelaide United against Para Hills. Looking at the table, boys?
Absolutely. The table with yesterday's results included Metro Stars on top of the table. 21 points. Yep, 3 points clear of Adelaide City on 18. Campbelltown in 3rd spot with 18. The Adelaide Comets up into 4th with 16 points. West Adelaide nicely up into 5th with 13 points. And Adelaide Olympic round off that top 6 with 10 points. Just outside that top 6, and they can get in there this afternoon. Adelaide United with 9 points. Croydon Kings with 9 points. Para Hills Knights with 9 points, and they can jump into the 6 as well today with a victory here. South Adelaide in 10th with 6. Sturt Line with 4, and it just doesn't get any better reading for poor old West Torrens Burkalla right down on the bottom there with 3 points.
Not forgetting the game will start a little bit later today at 3:15. Due to there's no training pitch, so the players are coming out warming up first, and then the game will start about 3:15 p.m.
Okay, we're just going head-to-head with a couple of these. Oh, yes, yeah, exactly right. Where's that? How come that's okay?
You took it out, did you?
No, it should be there. Oh, yes. I should have done it a bit earlier. I did jump the gun. Apart from, of course, One Solution Group, our matchday sponsor, along with the RAA today, bringing you this round 8 action live from Smith Partners Stadium. We've got a couple of other Matchday sponsors we'd like to thank for their support.
Ryan Marvedger, our boundary rider, is brought to you by Dry Creek Auto Wreckers, 310 Cormac Road, Wingfield, Adelaide Wrecking Yard, stocking second-hand and rebuilt parts. Their phone number is 8260-3088. The top goal scorer of the year award is brought to you by the OAS Group. The OAS Group provides a range of construction, building and design and renovation, whatever you need. Ryan Marvedger, Anthony Di Bartolomeo and Diego Barbara are the professionals to help you build your dream home. The Stats is brought to you by Chemist King Hectorville, 84 Glenburn Road, Hectorville. Go see Michael Uccello for the range of pharmaceutical products down there. Around the Ground Scores is brought to you by the West Beach Pizza Bar, 699 Burbridge Road, West Beach, for your mouth-watering delicious pizzas. Replay Man of the Match is brought to you by LSA Live Streaming Australia. If you're looking for live streaming, your sports event, corporate functions or business seminars, see the experts of LSA Live Streaming Australia. Give the Spells a ring. Andrew Spelling, that is, a call on 0418 847 125, and we're also going to be doing the Player of the Year award as well, so look out for that one. The LSA Live Streaming Australia.
Okay, before we go through the panel and get the selections for today's game, just a couple of head-to-heads with Adelaide United and Para Hills Knights. They haven't met too many times. In fact, they've only got the last two meetings. I don't know if there's too many more than that, but Adelaide United lost to Para Hills 2-1 on Adelaide United's home turf. I don't know if you can class this as a home game. We did that game. Yeah, you can't. I don't know if we can class this one as a home one.
This is a home game for Adelaide United.
Yeah, but it's not their real home ground, is it?
Well, this is where they play.
Now it is.
It is.
And prior to that, back in March of 2017, Para Hills Knights again beat Adelaide United 2-1. So Para Hills Knights have the wood on Adelaide United, but I just want to go into the form leading into this one because it could be a little bit misleading. I know that you're thinking, well, that means Para Hills Knights should win today. Well, last week, as we know, Adelaide United under 21s beat Campbelltown 3-0. Great feat, that one there. Prior to that, they beat South Adelaide 3-0. And winning becomes a habit, Spells. So this could be something going in their favour. Croydon Kings, away from home, they lost 2-1. Is that right? They lost to the Croydon Kings 2-1. And at home, they lost to Adelaide City 3-1. Metro Stars, they had a 4-3 away loss. So they do struggle against the bigger guns, if I could say.
Oh,
so
just,
you know, and the fact to score 3 against Metro Stars is something in itself, really.
Yeah, that's right.
I just looking at their squad and talking to sort of Paul just very briefly prior, that he's pretty impressed that they slotted a couple of great goals in with their B grade. And, you know, just looking at seeing Ryan Yates on the bench, Mark Ochieng's back in town, Pacifique, who, you know, was hyped up a few weeks ago, he's on the bench. You know, Blake Carpenter's on the bench. I mean, that's one hell of a side, unless they're coming back from injury or
I think Nyonga Beard was having a test to play today, so maybe that precaution.
Okay.
On the bench.
Yep.
Yeah.
Para Hills Knights, their form 2-1 at home to Burkalla. Did they lose that one?
No, they won.
They won that 2-1. Away, they lost 3-1 to the Comets. Home, they lost 2-4 to Campbelltown. And away, they lost... they beat Sturt Lions 3-1. So
up and down.
Up and down, and go all right against the lower half teams on the table there, the Para Hills Knights. So a hard one to really pick today, although the last two...
Well, that was our match of the round, if you remember, that 3-1 against Sturt Lions, and I was impressed with them that day. Didn't think they would win that game, but they did really well, won 3-1 and won pretty easily. I think they've got a reasonable team. A few players have left the club, but... he's done a good job so far, the coach of
Should we go through the lineups, Rob,
Mr. Avery?
We go through the tips, the lineups, you reckon?
Lineups first.
Okay, Adelaide United, the home team today here at Smith Partners Stadium. In goals for Adelaide United under 21, Isaac Richards. Wearing the number 2 today, Noah Smith. The captain for Adelaide United under 21's Paul Blocker Wilson. Is that what you call him?
Yes.
Blocker Wilson, number 4.
He loves Blocker.
Number 7, Mark Oching. Number 10, Charlie Devereaux. 11, Carlo Armiento.
Gee, you got to grab. Did he bring his spare set of falsies today?
Yeah,
or
no,
not?
look, it's Sunday.
Yeah,
Sunday.
He's got
Sunday's throwing it. He's been to church this morning and he's just a little bit passive today, but he'll fire up.
Actually, it was Andrew.
The two sons.
Andrew Manto's wedding last night that's knocked me into, knocked me into next week, I think.
Anyhow, Carlo Armiento, former Adelaide City player, playing with Adelaide United.
Yep. Yes. Louis Dorigo, number 17. Number 18, Lachlan Brook. Number 25, Apostolos Stamatelopoulos. Number 28, Kristen Konstantopoulos. And number 44, Jared Clark. I hope I've pronounced Clark correctly.
He's back, folks.
What, with the pronunciations?
Yeah, magnificent. Two of the toughest.
And the reserves for Adelaide United, there's Franz Petri. Yep. Number 6, Ryan Yates. Number 8, Pacific Nyongabire. Number 16, Blake Carpenter. And the reserve keeper for Adelaide United under-21s is Luca Megetto.
So Blocker Wilson's the captain for Adelaide United.
Blocker Wilson, you love that Blocker Wilson.
So Para Hills lineup in goals. Number 13, Dial Chamberlain. Number 2 is Carter Bailey. Number 3 is Matthew Macchioro. 6 is David Byer. 9 is Michael Nitchcompt. 11 is Andrew Butler. 15, Pierce Stevens. 16 is Bailey Truscott. 17 is Mohamed Samoro. 18, Pietro Piantadosi. And 23 is the captain, Tyler Bailey. And on the bench for the Para Hills Knights, number 8, Shinya Yoshida. Number 10 is Luke Colonchia. Number 24 is Isaac Mullen. He's another nephew of Joe Mullen, so the Mullins keep coming. And on the bench for the reserve goalkeeper is Timothy Ramsey, who's number 1.
The Mullins keep coming at Para Hills, but they keep going as well, Rob. Yeah. How long is he going to stay there?
The referee for today's clash is Jared Muller. His assistant is Drew Faulkner. And the other assistant is James Martin.
So we welcome
to Dean.
So nice. Dean Martin.
Yeah. Nice
one, Rob. Good to have the comedy back, mate.
That's okay.
Missed it last week.
You must have.
Yeah, did.
It was boring. Was it?
Take it easy.
Jimbo's laughing.
Anyway, it's welcome to our viewers through Facebook Live and also through YouTube Live. And for those of you worried about your data, Adelaide Web Radio is taking the audio commentary. If you don't know how to get Adelaide Web Radio, where have you been the last few weeks? But for those of you that have just joined us,
I was listening to it last week down at Moon.
On Adelaide Web Radio?
Yep, it was very good actually.
Just through the TuneIn app. Get the TuneIn app on your phone, search Adelaide Web Radio, and then you can keep that as one of your favourites.
I was viewing and listening to all 3 platforms.
Fantastic, and I see all of the links are all on the website.
Yes.
Even though it takes about 45 minutes for it to fire up and give you the chance to get on, but all of those links are on there.
Ooh.
So you can just click.
Is he having a go?
No, they're on there.
It takes 45 minutes to get going. Okay, it is the round 8 action here. South Australian NPL, proudly brought to you by One Solution Group. We are here.
Our tips.
Yep, we are here live at Smith Partners Stadium. And we'll go around the table now for our selections. Adelaide United under-21 v Para Hills. We'll start off with the man who's been hot of late, Andrew Spurling.
Yeah,
with
well,
his tips.
I'm swinging.
Swinging now.
Did he pick last week? I thought he picked a draw.
I went a draw, yeah.
Bomb was
should
the
have
only
been
one
a draw too, Robbie.
Got the chocolates last week.
Yeah, I needed a draw too last week.
Yeah. Look, I was going to go for Para Hills because, as you know, we have been their lucky charm, but that lineup to me is just too irresistible for United and the hot weather and etc. I'm going to tip United.
I'll go along with you, Spells. I hope the young lads, I know that people say, with young teams they can play hot and cold. We know the weather's hot today, so I'm hoping Adelaide United will stay hot from last week's 3-0 thumping of Campbelltown. So I'll be tipping Adelaide United under-21s as well. Go down to our boundary thanks to Dry Creek Auto Wreckers. Ryan.
I reckon it's going to be a 2-2 draw today, boys. Last time we did Para Hills, Samoro was on fire. Got a bit of pace when he gets about and into the game. He can really sort of score some goals. And create some danger. But, Adelaide United have been some good form as well themselves, so they've got plenty of goals within them. Just going back to their bench just quickly, boys, that Franz Petri, he comes from Udinese, from the Primavera team. Do you remember him?
Oh, he was playing with Eastern United.
Yes, and he moved over. He made the move back to Australia in January, so a couple of months ago. Looking just basically for some first-team football opportunities. So he's a centre-back, a left-footer, played for the Albanian juniors, so the under-19s, or 18s, 19s, something along those junior ranks. So, yeah, it'd be interesting if he does come on to see what he's all about. And he's a left-footer, looks like a strong, tall sort of centre-back, but good ball player, can play in the midfield as well. So it'd be interesting to see. So with Adelaide United's bench as well, going what Spell said, it's a very strong bench. They've got 3 very good players or 4 very good players to come on if required.
It's the pepper jelly.
My tip. I'm going to go for Para Hills. Don't ask me why. I think they seem to us be their lucky charm, and they always seem to play well when we broadcast in the game. And I don't mind their lineup. I like Chicomte, that's down there, and Samoro, Piantadosi at the back there. Got not a bad lineup.
No, good lineup.
Against the youth of Adelaide United, I know they're playing well, and with Mark Ocheng in that lineup, they look very, very good. But I might just go for Parry Hills today.
Well, sorry,
go, mate.
No, I was just going to say, hard to separate on the table. Adelaide United in the 7th spot there, scoring 14 goals, conceding 11 with 9 points, and Parry Hills scoring 13 goals, conceding 16 with 9 points. So maybe Parry Hills a bit more leakier than Adelaide United, but 14 and 13 respectively between these two teams, both on 9 points. Very hard to separate.
Oh,
so
very hard.
Whoever picked that draw could be on the money.
Yeah, well, he's a cheater because that's
cheater.
what the boundary rider did last week. A 2-all draw on the sideline. He comes back. No imagination.
Is that me?
Yeah.
I didn't watch you spell. Sorry. Had better things to do than watch you.
Oh, right. Okay.
What's happening here? The heat is on.
Oh, the heat is on. We're ragging each other here.
I think Sundays is not a good day for us to be broadcasting.
No, I just thought because it was my 1-year anniversary that you guys just called it quits because your main man wasn't available on the Saturday, so I thought you guys just decided to pack up shop for the weekend and have a holiday yourself.
Well, especially if I wasn't there too.
Yeah, there you go. The two people that hold the show, and they weren't there.
Didn't you get any invite to your 1-year anniversary?
Can anyone find the hot air balloon? I've got enough hot air to fill up a couple of balloons here between Peppercelli and Marvech.
Me and Peppercelli, we're riding high with 3 and zip in the AFL. We're just Liverpool. We've got a big game this week. Hopefully everything sort of falls into place.
Yeah, big win by Liverpool, wasn't it?
Yeah, hopefully everything falls into place. I'm trying to keep a lid on it, boys, but quite excited for Wednesday morning.
Yeah, excellent. Well done.
And of course, Manchester United coming from 2-0 down to beat Manchester City this morning, 3-2. Great victory there at Old Trafford. The Theatre of Dreams was Man City's nightmare this morning. So some good action if you're lucky enough to have Optus Vision.
The other game being played today is Sturt Lions up against South Adelaide.
Yes.
That's an interesting game. Both teams are struggling at the moment. Sturt Lions have got a pretty good lineup, but they haven't been firing. But I think I reckon they'll be too strong for South Adelaide.
4 goals, Rob, in 4 goals in 7 games.
Can't
Sturt
score.
Lion.
Yeah.
At least South Adelaide have scored 10 in 7.
They haven't conceded many, those Sturt, have they?
Yeah, 12 only.
Okay.
Yeah, and where South Adelaide have conceded just a quiet 27.
Well, 10 against Adelaide City, wasn't it, in the first round?
So, that should be an interesting one, and only separated by 2 points on the table, but very crucial for South Adelaide to get a 5-point jump should they win today and have a bit of breathing space from that relegation
Guys, your
spot.
opinion on Adelaide City at the moment? Travelling very well, but against the big guns. I think they lost to Campbelltown and they lost to Metro Stars. Is it a bit of a worry for Murray?
Well, we saw them a few weeks ago, and I know myself probably, rated them extremely highly. They were high quality for a half there. It's hard to believe, but again, I think we just keep coming back to this competition that if you're slightly off or just not working together, it's not going to happen for you. So. And it's exactly what Paul Pazos said today. It doesn't matter what they look like on paper and what sort of form they might be in. If they're not up and they're not into it, you'll find the wrong way.
Give me second on the table with 18 points and 27 goals, 4 and 6 against any day of the week. It's like a 2-0 lead at half time. I'd take that. I'd rather be 2-0 up than 2-0 down in Adelaide City for me. No worries at all.
And just a quick comment on West Adelaide, boys. I mean, the last time we saw West Adelaide against Adelaide City, they were nowhere, weren't they? No coach virtually, and they've turned it around unbelievable. 3 games in a row they've won.
Yeah, I'm glad Jimmy Karatzis there, the coach, the new coach. Yep. He's brought stability and we haven't seen him since, obviously, but some structure there, which is obviously working and getting results. 3 on the bounce, as he said, Rob. So that's where West Adelaide need to be. New facilities there, big ambitions, and they need to be one of the big clubs here in Adelaide, and they heading up the table in the right direction. So well done to Jimmy.
Yeah, congratulations to him, because exactly what you said, Rob. They looked absolutely rudderless.
Oh.
They were in, I mean, the scoreline's the scoreline, but it was what we were seeing that was not appealing, was it?
Be interesting
the body
to see him
language
now.
and everything, yeah.
All right, we're just about to get underway here for the Round 8 action. For those of you watching through Facebook Live and YouTube Live, it's Adelaide United in their red strip, obviously with some Arsenal-looking white on the shoulders there, boys. Any Arsenal supporters amongst us? No?
No.
Anyway, So Adelaide United in the red and Para Hills in their traditional black and white with the white tops, black shorts, white socks.
What's that, Fulham?
Fulham, yeah.
You compared them to Arsenal.
Yeah, no, or Derby County maybe, Rob?
Yeah, maybe.
Derby. A very Derby-looking strip there for Para Hills. But yes, Para Hills versus Adelaide United under 21s. And
I like to call them Adelaide United Youth.
yeah, that's true.
21s, no.
Adelaide United Youth. Now, have they done the toss? We'll see if Adelaide United will be kicking to left of screen in the red strip. Para Hills to right of screen in the white. If everything is played true with the toss. Now we're just about in readiness here. Live streaming Australia, bringing you the action as we do for the 2018 season for the Football Federation South Australia. And just about ready to get the game underway. Referee Muller. And in the middle of the park there, Chkomte. And who's that, number 6? BR.
Perfect sunshine, hardly a breath of wind. Really is just on AstroTurf today, just no excuses.
I wouldn't be surprised to see drinks breaks today as Para Hills get us underway. Piantadosi plays the ball short. That's BR, who's dispossessed. Still has the ball, Para Hills. No, it's been stolen, Adelaide United Youth. Moving inboard, Stamatolopoulos goes inboard, finds Brook. Brook now, cut back. But Para Hills should clear. Piantadosi does find Samaldo. Para Hills up to the halfway line.
19 minutes played down Sturt Lions versus South Adelaide. The Panthers are leading 2-0 already.
Wow.
It's unbelievable. So the ball is with Adelaide United. Goes out to the player there for Adelaide United, Ocheng.
Stamatolopoulos, 25.
Goes inboard. Goes out to Dorigo. I wonder if he's a speedy Dorigo. Goes left-hand side. Adelaide United get the cut back. Gee, no one there though. Para Hills do try and clear it on the far side. They are at the moment. And it'll be a throw into Adelaide United. They go backwards. Captain Blocker Wilson goes, squares up the ball to Clark. Back to Wilson it goes. So Adelaide United pushing it around at the moment. Back it goes to Clark. Has to get rid of it. Not a good ball though. But it's still Adelaide United. Go left-hand side. That was Devereaux. Further left it goes. Out towards Amiento. They do get a cut back. Cleared here by Para Hills. It's Adelaide United into attack. Still with the ball. And that goes over the sideline for a throw into Para Hills.
Bit of respite for Para Hills. Good possession by Adelaide United in their attacking half. Now Para Hills. Clubhouse side. Oh, off the side. Samaldo. Would have said off the side of the boot, but off the side of the head. That's gone out for a throw into Adelaide United. Here live from Smith Partners Stadium, the resurfaced. Para Hills now, Piantadosi. Pretty relaxed in that attempted clearance, but it's come off for him. And Chamberlain now for the Para Hills Knights to release and start again on the far side. That was Matkiordo. He's played it wide. Para Hills give up possession. Adelaide United once again come. And there's a foul. First one of the afternoon going against Para Hills. So free kick to Adelaide United, just forward of centre, far side of the ground.
So the ball goes out to Clark. Clark, Adelaide United, all in possession at the moment. Squares it up, goes to Dorigo. Wilson, Captain Wilson loses out though. Here they go, Para Hills. Holds on to it, does it well, Truscott. Try to go back to Nenchicompt. But cleared here by Adelaide United. Right-hand side of the park. No one's there, though. It will go over the sideline on the far side.
Boys, having Samara just play in front of me, they just got to look for him. His pace was electrifying just then when they just broke through. If they got that ball over to him, it was straight on goals.
I think he was our man of the match last time.
100%.
Yep,
so goes out right-hand side, Adelaide United in Ocheng.
He's giving away the free,
Yep, sees a free kick. It'll be Para Hills to take it.
So down right-hand side, Adelaide United in Ocheng.
Last week, 3-0 against Campbelltown Red Devils.
You know what I like about them too is that in the first year or two in this, they were a little small. They really didn't have much height. And whether it's been just a little bit of luck, good fortune, or just a change of direction. Their backs are tall, and they just look a lot more balanced. And
spot on, Spells. Good pickup. I was just looking at 44 there, Jared Clark. Big boy, tall lad as his blocker Wilson. Now it's Adelaide United from the throw-in. They could have almost got a free kick from that. It's Konstantopoulos trying to push forward, but they've turned it over. It's Para Hills now on the break. Wilson seeing it through. In fact, seeing it to the safety of the line. Keeper hesitated a little bit, so he's gone for the safety of the line. Para Hills throw-in. Far side of the ground into attack. Butler leaves it. Coming across to take it. Quickly. And that's a wasted opportunity. Cleared by Adelaide United by Wilson. Almost to the centre of the ground. That's a nudge in the back. And the referee sees it that way against, well, going for Stevens. So Stevens wins the free kick.
It was Stamatolopoulos that gave away that free kick. Played a couple of games with the Adelaide United in the A-League. I think he scored one game. Pretty sure. So Para Hills with the free kick. Gets it into attack. Keeper has to come out. Did well. Good keeper, this Richards.
That's what you want to see as a defender. The keeper coming, claiming.
So Richards will put the ball on the ground. Gets the clearance. Left-hand side, running towards the ball is Amiento. Controls. Goes down, though. Might get the freak. Does so. Referee Jared Muller, right on the spot. Having a chat with... is that Jacompt at the back? No, that's Byer.
Byer, yep. David Byer. Conceding the foul. 2 in the wall.
Where's Jamal, boys? Any idea? I saw him named in the squad, but he's not out there and not on the bench.
He's not on the bench, but he is on the bench, but kitted up, boys. He's sort of in the centre of the visitors' sign with the glasses on, looking pretty suave, but I think he's might be carrying an injury.
Okay.
So free kick to Adelaide United. Have a good possession. Para Hills finding a little bit of late though. So good chance now for Adelaide United. Plenty of red shirts in the box. Right foot in, swinger, headed away, very deep. Para Hills should come out of trouble, they do. Asking a bit much there of Jacompt there on the far side. So the line wins out. Konstantopoulos to take the throw in quickly. Brook goes back to Wilson. Wilson goes short to Dorigo. Is he related to Speedy? Rob?
I reckon it's his brother. Not 100% sure.
Can't be too many Dorigos in the league, surely.
But I reckon it's his brother.
Offside flag up, so that's the first offside of the afternoon, thanks to Chemist King, Hectorville.
So it'll be the free kick taken by the keeper, Diao Chamberlain. You just put it on the ground. 0-0 here at the Smith Partners Stadium. It is the home ground of Mopbury Jets, but Adelaide United are using it this season as well as they go into attack. Para Hills, blocker Wilson got his head to it, and it goes over the goal line for a corner kick. First one, Spells?
First one.
7.5 minutes gone. Still 0-0 here at Smith Partners Stadium. Nice facilities for the players, boys, and the renovations from the state government.
The ground itself, yes.
Yeah, the ground itself, yeah, for the players.
Sure about the clubhouse.
Oh, well, that's for sure.
But
right, but in swinger, cleared in the end, Para Hills. Good opportunity, but Adelaide United now on the break, but conceding the foul was Ocheng. And that'll be a free kick to Para Hills, quickly taken. The captain.
That's a nice ball.
To the far side. Para Hills on the charge now. Butler goes the shot, well off target. And Andrew Butler wouldn't be too happy with that effort. First goal attempt though, I think.
Correcto.
So trying conditions for the commentators and the cameramen and the producers.
God, the sun's beaming. Right?
And the players more than anything.
You forgot the one most important person, and the boundary rider.
Boundary rider, yeah.
Well, he's the youngest.
I'm easily forgotten though.
The keeper's in the shade. He's happy.
Who? The key? Oh yeah,
keeper. Oh, is that Richards? And he goes into the sun, decides to go the other side.
Two balls on the park.
So Richards will take this goal kick. Does it matter which end they take it now? Or do they have
Which
to
side? No, it doesn't matter which side.
Can go any side they want now. That's right. Goes out, headed out there by O Cheng. Trying to go to Amiento, but in the way it's the Para Hills Knights. Midfielders trying to get something going. That was Samaro, but Amiento. He's found Stamatolopoulos. He's going to... Oh, just wide off the upright.
The keeper. Should have been the first.
And that was a nice ball by Amiento.
Just watch this on the replay,
Finding
boys.
Stamatolopoulos.
Should have been 1-0. Nice little work there by Amiento, as Rob said. Chips it into the box. Well-weighted pass. Lobbed the goalkeeper. Did everything right, but just off target. And those 2 goals are a bit deceiving there in your picture. Only 1 counts, of course, if it goes in the back of the net. So still 0-0 here at Smith Partners Stadium. Good clearance, no win to talk about. Straight through to the keeper.
So Richards puts it on the ground. Sends it over the halfway line. Back-headed by Stamatolopoulos.
Offside.
Offside call.
Yep.
Really?
It's a couple.
So quickly taken here by Para Hills with their captain. Going into attack, but in the way it's Blocker Wilson. Back to Richards. A little bit dangerous, but Richards did well. Got it into attack. Stamatolopoulos is there. Also is Piantadosi. Macchioro.
Nicely worked.
Goes back to Chamberlain. Into attack they go. Looking for Jacompt. Headed out there by Wilson. So Para Hills in control at the moment. Pierce Stevens. Finding Bayer to Piantadosi. So Para Hills Knights looking for an opening. Decides to go back to his keeper. And into attack they go once again.
Very high ball. Wilson got his head on it. Comes down to feet eventually. Devereux gets some support wide from Konstantopoulos. Goes back to Wilson, who goes back to his keeper Richards. Richards with a left foot. Gets some good distance on it. Making Amiento work hard, but getting there first was Bayer. They tussle. The line wins out. Throw into Para Hills deep in their defensive half. Welcome those listening through Adelaide Web Radio, those watching through Facebook Live and YouTube Live. This round 8 action thanks to One Solution Group.
Over the sideline it goes. It'll be a throw in. Taken here by Noah Smith. Tall lad as well. Gets it down the line.
She almost handball, wasn't it?
Trying to get to it was Amiento. Tried the 1-2. Stamatolopoulos back to Amiento, but that's gone over the sideline, cleared by Para Hills. It'll be a throw into Adelaide United. About 5 metres from the corner flag. Throws it backwards. Goes out to Lachlan Brook. Brook swings it over towards Clark. Clark switches play right hand side. Wilson was there. Also there on that far side. Can't quite pick him up. But it is Konstantopoulos. There's a chance for Adelaide United.
Good defending.
As it's cleared here by Para Hills, gone backwards slightly. Chance for United, but Para Hills, they get their foot to it and they go into attack on the left-hand side.
Truss got the player but couldn't win out. Loses out in numbers but did well to almost win it back. Ochieng for Adelaide United with A-League experience. And that's a very soft foul going the way of Konstantopoulos and Adelaide United. Just as you give them a rap, the Para Hills defence, they almost make you pay for that compliment. So Dorigo now for Adelaide United from their defensive half. Just shy of the halfway line. Wilson goes further wide. Konstantopoulos through the middle of the park, presenting well with Stamatolopoulos, who wins a free. Felled there by Andrew Butler. So free kick to Adelaide United on the halfway line. Blocker Wilson switches the play. He's got 2 red shirts out there. Smith gets it, comes in board. Nice ball into the box and well defended in the end by Piantadosi. And that'll be a corner to Adelaide United.
I think that's the first one for United as well.
Yeah, it sure is. Not hard to see why they're playing well and winning some games at the moment. They just look very well organised, and Amiento's causing some issues for Para Hills on this left-hand side.
So it'll be a corner kick. Amiento over the ball. Also there, can't quite pick up that one.
Dorigo.
Dorigo, thanks, Ryan. So Dorigo looks like going to take it. Goes short and intercepted there.
Pierce Stevens, well done.
By Stevens. So it'll be a throw in to United once again. Devereaux. Oh, he leaves it for Amiento. Goes backwards. Clark looks, goes in towards the midfield. Finding the play there in Brook. Wilson goes into attack, but no one there, only the keeper. For Para Hills, the old Chamberlain. Both keepers electing to put the ball on the ground instead of booting it. As that's cleared here by Clark. That was actually Smith, Noah Smith. Byer goes short, finding Samoro, but that goes over the sideline. It'll be a throw into Para Hills.
No joke there with you did the James Martin, not related to Dean Martin. What about Noah's Ark? Noah Smith?
Yep.
So throw in Para Hills, turned it over. Aerial ping pong, Truscott, skied in the end.
Ooh,
nice challenge. Oching up. Byer, but it's come eventually to Dorigo, who gets support from Noah Smith, not Noah's Ark. But he's turned it over. And Clark also turns it over. Bailey now for Para Hills goes wide to Butler. Butler goes backwards. Back in their defensive half. Para Hills Knights under pressure too. Bailey does get it short to his captain. A nice through ball, but doesn't come off. The thought was good. Execution not too bad either, but Samato couldn't get on the end of it. And easy work in the end for Richards.
So Richards gets his kick to it once again. Goes up, Byer. Para Hills under the pump at the moment. Goes left-hand side. And it goes over the sideline for a throw-in. 34 minutes played. Score update around the ground. SA Panthers 2, Sturt Lions 0. As the throw-in's taken, thanks to the West Beach Pizza Bar. As it goes to Ocheng. Only as far as Byer. Just boots it backwards. Over the shoulder. It goes back to Richards. Players down though.
Got a boot in the head, I think, accidentally.
No, hit the turf.
Yeah.
And cleared here by Para Hills. Trying to get something going. And that goes over the sideline for a throw-in to Adelaide United.
Getting a quick drink there. Noah Smith. So Smith for Adelaide United goes down the line. A nice little Chester. Stamatolopoulos, but Para Hills will come away with it. Samato, beautiful twinkle toes, gets filled. Wins a free kick on the halfway line. Stevens comes across to take it. Ochang needs to be at least 10 away. Byer goes backwards. Matkiordo wide, further wide. Bailey. Butler was the next in line, gets filled.
Great tackle.
Adelaide United on the break now. It's nice 1-2. There's a chance now for Konstantopoulos. He's in the box, angle against him. What's he going to do? Cuts it back. But to no one in particular, Butler should have cleared. And Para Hills making hard work of that. But eventually they get the ball away and out of the danger zone. So Adelaide United looking the better of these early stages, boys.
Yeah, they sure are. Would have liked to have seen either a shot or a hard cross go in then. They just stalled at the extremely important time.
So throw-in taken here by Adelaide United. Para Hills are under the pump at the moment. Scoreline still 0-0 though. As they go out to Samoro. Looking to get past a couple of players, but Ochang did well.
That's a foul.
That'll be a free kick.
Adelaide United boys, yeah, they're looking good. Their first 5 minutes were better. They were a bit more penetrating when they were going forward. They had those couple of chances, some nice whip balls into the box, but Para Hills slowly have worked themselves back in the game by just making it a little bit stale for Adelaide United. They've got a lot of possession in that back to middle third, but as they go forward, they're a little bit, they just don't have that bite to them. That's going to really, they're not really, I don't know what the word is. They're not really causing any problems for the Para Hills defence. Yeah, they're not really giving Para Hills defence too many headaches.
So it'll be a free kick to Adelaide United. Lewis Dorigo over the ball. So Amiento's there. Blocker Wilson, I think, has gone into the penalty spot, or just inside the box there.
And Clark, they got some good height.
So Amiento swings it around. Good swing too. Great ball.
Great save.
Chance for United. Should have been a goal there.
Double save.
And it's cleared by Parahills. That was a great cross there by Amiento. Swung it around beautifully. Who got that first shot? Was that Stamatolopoulos?
Check it out on the replay.
It was a good chance there for Adelaide United.
Another free kick to Adelaide United, and I couldn't see what that one was for. Maybe the replay will help us out on that.
That was Stamatopoulos.
Yeah.
Apostopoulos.
Stamatolopoulos, you clowns.
Stamatolopoulos. What's something wrong with that?
No, nothing, but Ryan was confusing the issue.
Stamatopoulos.
See? We lacked that maturity last week, didn't we?
Yeah. So there's Adelaide United through Clark.
Turned it over.
Chance.
Foul.
Referee waves play on. A chance for Parry Hills to
Oh,
go into
high
attack. Samoro got past a couple. Still Samoro. He's got some good skills. Looking for somebody. He's
Yeah, well,
upset.
he was, yeah.
No one was there.
Was the only one.
And they do switch play in the meantime. On the left-hand side, they go back to captain in Tyler Bailey.
Oh,
And they lose out though. It's a good attack there by Devereaux.
offside flag would have come up.
In the meantime, it was an offside call. It'll be a free kick to Adelaide, to Parry Hills.
So we've gone 20 and a half minutes. Adelaide United getting the rub of the green, as they say, from the referee at the moment.
What do you mean they're getting the rubber?
Well, I think there could have been a few fouls going Parry Hills' way moments ago.
What are you suggesting?
They're getting the rub of the green. Parry Hills now with the ball on the far side of the ground. Short coming to get it was Truscott. Now they've played it to Stevens. Back to Truscott.
Oh, go wide. Yes.
Samaldo goes further wide again to Bayer, who chips it into the box too close to the keeper. Good take, good call. An easy take in the end for Richards.
He's got to swing it in harder, doesn't he? Not just lob it like that.
Ah, well, put it into the hot spot. He's done that. He's done half the job.
It's a loopy loop though.
Oh, it's a new one from you, Rob.
Goes out
The loopy loop.
left hand side. Adelaide United in the way though. Back to the keeper it goes. So Richards, bit of pressure on him by Truscott. Well, this is dangerous, living dangerously.
Good pressing.
Yeah, well done. As that's cleared, goes out. Ocheng knows how to get up, doesn't he? Ocheng. Those headers. Cleared here by Shyamalan. Up went Clark. Very capable player, isn't he? Could see him playing in that A-League one day.
So yellow card to the captain. Gee, I tell you.
I don't think it was a yellow card, but I think he's given away 3 or 4 fouls. That's the reason why he's given him the yellow. Still, those 3 or 4 fouls probably weren't fouls as
Soft,
such, but you know he's given away now 3 or 4. The yellow card's sort of there for the taking now.
Hence my rub of the green with the referee's comment, Rob. So free kick to Adelaide United. Dorigo goes short to Wilson. Wilson puts it deep, very deep, too deep in fact, and that'll go out of play for a throw into Parra Hills, deep near their defensive corner flag. So you would imagine Adelaide United will press them and try and keep them in. That's exactly what's happening. BR couldn't get rid of it. Now they'll try again. They've turned it over. Adelaide United with possession. And it's cleared eventually by the Parra Hills defence. Matkioro. And wanting the foul and getting the foul on this occasion.
So Stamatolopoulos is on the ground, boys. He's holding his groin. I'm not sure if it's because of the groin area or it may be the groin muscle.
So the players are going for a drinks break, understandably in this heat.
He's all right, boys. It was just the area.
But he's hobbling. Doesn't look 100%, Ryan.
Oh, well, his finger's holding that hip flex. muscle. So it'd be interesting to see, because the hip flex muscle is very tender when you do pull it, and it's because it's connecting the hip part of your leg. That's where a lot of the power comes from in playing football. So it's going to be interesting to see the next 5 minutes.
Score update thanks to the West Beach Pizza Bar. It's still South Adelaide 2 leading Sturt 0 in the other game being played today. And the game here at Smith Partners Stadium, it is still 0-0. Adelaide United up against Para Hills.
Have you seen the first 20-odd spells?
Yeah, well, all reds really, but not on the scoreboard. So they're dominating. 3 shots on goal, been caught offside 3 times, a corner, committed 6 fouls. So they've certainly had a lot more of the football, but haven't quite been able to hit the back of the net as yet.
So still 0-0 here at Smith Partners Stadium. Round 8 action thanks to One Solution Group, NPL South Australia. Rounding up round 8 this week, 2 games. Go through those results of yesterday if you've been away and just want to catch up. And then also the 2 progress scores of today's games. Coming up shortly with Mr. Pepper.
Okay, so drinks break is finished. It's not 35, is it today? What's the temperature today?
33. They were taking drinks breaks last week in 27, so it was just looking after the athletes, Robbie.
Oh, well.
It's pretty warm down here, though.
So Wilson gets up well. I can see Wilson playing in the A-League too. He's a very capable defender. It's cleared here by Para Hills. Over the sideline it goes. It will be a throw-in. Noah Smith looking for Stamatolopoulos. Got
So
past the
he's recovered.
player.
Yeah.
Goes into attack. Chance here for Adelaide United. It's on that far side at the moment. Konstantopoulos gets a cracking shot.
Actually, it wasn't.
Arminento,
Yeah.
boys.
Armiento was on the left.
Switch sides
On
with
the right,
Ochieng.
Yep.
Switch sides about 10 minutes ago, boys.
It's okay.
His left foot, I think they're looking to try and maybe cut in onto that fullback to get onto his left foot, because his left foot's very sweet when he hits it.
Lachlan Brook could have maybe had a shot.
That's what I was thinking too, actually, before he passed it out wide. The ball just fell nicely for him to
Yeah.
have a bit of a crack.
A bit of a gap there too, but anyway. Almost a nudge in the back there. Samaro needs support, goes backwards. Bailey up the line. Nice hip and shoulder by Blocker Wilson. Now I know why you call him Blocker. Jacomped it. Blocked out of it.
Armiento, boys, be interesting when Adelaide United get a free kick around that 20-25 yard metre line, because he's got a great free kick. He's known for a beautiful free
Yeah,
kick.
he's scored a few for Adelaide City last season with that.
Yeah.
You're right.
So Clark now from their defensive half, Adelaide United. Dorigo goes right down the middle. They almost turned it over. It's done well. Armiento has a shot from distance, and the keeper had to make sure of it. It's conceded the corner. Couldn't take any chances. You would think that was going wide, but
He looks like Adelaide United's most dangerous player currently. Every time he gets the ball, he looks like he's going to do something. If it's not a cross, it may be a 1-2, a link-ups type of play, or even a shot from distance out.
goal attempt spells.
Goal attempt.
Number.
Number 6 for
Gee.
United.
So they're peppering the goals.
Yes, did you call me?
This will suit him again, the lefty.
No, he's gone wide with it. That was Konstantopoulos. More central and from distance. And that was on target, Brook. Should have done that before, But maybe not on his preferred. Ryan, that's probably why. Looks like his left is his preferred. That is another goal attempt, though, to Adelaide United, but a save. As Para Hills come away with it.
So left-hand side of the park, they're under the pump at the moment. The spell said it was still 0-0 though. So they can still do something in this game as it goes out towards Adelaide United. Konstantopoulos.
Offside.
Kostin.
That was very, very, very close. I thought Stamatolopoulos did very well there, played off the defender's shoulder very well, but got caught.
So Byer for Para Hills goes 1-2 with Butler. Byer runs onto it. Back to Butler it goes.
Nice dummy.
Good bit of movement there by Para Hills. They go backwards though. Trying to get something going. They do pressure quite well, don't they, Adelaide United youth?
Not just the pressure, but they track back quite well to get straight into position.
As they go into attack, Para Hills looking for Chacomte. But well done there, but only as far as Truscott. Truscott goes and squares it up. Not a good square up there as Adelaide United pounce on it. It's Brooke. Brooke with the ball. Does a bit of a pirouette. Goes backwards to Wilson. He finds Clark. So Adelaide United with possession. Back to Wilson it goes. It's not Wilson, it's Brooke. Now it's Wilson. So Wilson goes into attack, right-hand side. Looking for a play there, but up went the Para Hills player there in the Macchioro.
Foul to Para Hills.
And that's gone
Para
to
Hills
Para Hills.
Tyler Bailey may be clipped there. He's just testing his ankle, shin. Clark with the sorry, Rob.
A little too many of them in my eyes.
What, niggles?
No, just, you know, it was just a nothing free kick.
They got the rub of the green. The green of the rub. How do you say it?
Stealing my lines.
So throw in taken here by Adelaide United. Down the line it goes. Looking for Amiento.
So still no goals to report here.
We've got our match of the prize to give out today.
Not as yet. We're getting there.
Coming with a apparel, I suppose. Is that right?
We owe a lot of bottles of wine.
Claymore Wines. You and me will be running around dropping wine off everywhere, Rob.
I reckon.
In your new apparel, I take it as well when that comes.
Pardon?
In your new apparel?
That's right. Yep. No. Where are we? Are we halfway through the season yet?
Not yet. Just the third.
Okay.
Over.
So throw into Adelaide United in their defensive half. Konstantopoulos to take it. Bit of cloud cover giving the boys some respite.
Very nice. Giving us some respite.
And the lads need it out there more than us. As Konstantopoulos skies it over the halfway line. Once again, O-Chang now hoping to get on the end of this.
It's dangerous.
Reads it best and it just bobbled away from him at the crucial moment. And an easy take for Chamberlain in the end. He releases to the far side. Bailey goes backwards. And Chamberlain again will restart the build. This time over to the opposite side. Butler calling for it. It's the way it comes. Butler gets up. But in fact it was Smith that got his head on it. So throw into Para Hills Knights. 31, almost 32 minutes gone first half. Round 8 action thanks to One Solution Group. We're live from Smith Partners Stadium.
That goes over the sideline. It'll be a throw into Adelaide United. Smith to take it.
It's named after him. Smith.
Zachary. Dr. Zachary Smith.
Noah's Ark Smith.
As it goes to throw in. Stamatolopoulos ends up with Brooke. Likely type.
Nice turn.
Goes right-hand side. Konstantopoulos. Looking for Amiento.
Good
Loses
steal.
out though. Well done, Para Hills. Truscott. I think it's
Bailey.
Bailey Carter.
Yeah, well done.
Carter Bailey. Whichever you wish to pronounce. As they switch play. Goes to O-Cheng. Nice ball to Devereaux. Tries to cut it back. No one there though. Para Hills are under the pump. Play goes down. He could be in trouble.
Well, he's already been booked, I think. No,
not Stevens.
Oh, Stevens.
The
That's
captain
right, it was the
was
captain. You're right. So yellow card to Stevens. That was probably deserved, that one. A little bit reckless in that challenge. As we watch on the replay. Beautiful vision. Oh, yeah, terrible sliding challenge. And probably lucky just it is yellow. And no more damage done to the player. So free kick to Adelaide United. In a good position.
Oh, he's damaged himself. He's
He has,
down,
yeah.
He's on his haunches.
So Luis Dorigo.
Might need that famous magic spray.
No, he's all right. He's back on his haunches. Or on his feet.
Off his haunches.
Off his haunches. Yeah.
I don't think it's the tackle itself. Okay, it was a bad tackle, but I think it's the landing on the field as well that hurts. It is quite hard as well underground.
Yeah, he was holding his back.
Is he going to crack this one, you reckon, Ryan?
Nah, he's definitely going to, yeah, it's a bit too far. He's going to be doing the same sort of type of free kick he did last time. That was Adelaide United's best chance.
Tip of the penalty spot, you would imagine that's where it goes. Almost a free header, back post, it's cleared eventually. Para Hills do not clear it convincingly, and Adelaide United steal it back. So Dorigo, the player injured, seems to be okay. He's in the centre circle for Adelaide United. Finds Ocheng on the halfway line, goes backwards. Clark to Dorigo. Good pressing by Para Hills. It pushes them all the way back to their keeper. And Richards goes wide to Wilson. He goes up the line. Easy turnover for Para Hills. Bailey on the far side. Marchioro clears up the line. Could have been one in the back. And now it is with Para Hills into attack. Coming across, Samauro. To the captain. Stevens under pressure, overruns it. Devereux now ends up with Ocheng. 2 to beat, does well. You can see he's played A-League. Clark, tip of his defensive 18-yard box. Under pressure, Adelaide United. Now it's a chance. Piantadosi back to his keeper. So good energy shown by both teams in these trying conditions as the clearance goes out of play. And that'll be a throw into Adelaide United.
Half time down there at Panther Park. It's the Panthers 2, leading Sturt Lions 0.
You know what I like about Para Hills? They're not a team full of stars like other teams in the league and Adelaide United full of talent, but they've lost players in the last season. But Darryl's got them playing not like fantastic football, but they're just a good unit.
Well, he come back to that as Adelaide United on the charge and a fresh air swing and 2 swings at it there by Armiento. Now, will the referee go back to that earlier challenge?
Stevens has got to
He's
go
already
back.
there, that's
No,
right.
he had a word with him just then. He
Did
just
he?
said something to him, just watch out.
Said he was lucky, I think.
So Adelaide United with the throw in. Smith goes back to Clark. Clark will square it up to his captain and Wilson.
Oh, terrible ball.
Terrible ball back.
Thanks, blocker. Not playing today, bud.
Ryan gets his first touch of the game.
Great touch that was too.
So you couldn't even dispose of it properly to the Para Hills player.
So I'm a soccer player, not a basketballer.
So Bayer goes down the line. Not a good throw either. Goes straight to Ocheng. His pass is pretty ordinary as well. There's Para Hills. Marchioro. Looks like they got Marchioro out of retirement. I don't know if he's played for a couple of seasons, or he might have played a couple of games last season. Anyhow, it's right-hand side. They've lost a lot of players from last season.
Can't bring anyone up from the juniors?
They've lost a lot of players from last season, but like I was saying before, you've got to give them credit. They're just a well-drilled team, sort of. They know their defensive structure well, and they've kept Adelaide United to bay.
There they go into attack. A chance here.
Well done. Bad luck.
Back post
Headed
too.
there by Chacompt.
Samaro
Looking
lurking.
for Samaro, lurking down there.
And I think they won the under-18s last year too, Ryan.
Yeah.
So they're, again, I think that's sort of where this competition's at a little bit. You build from the bottom. You have a strong base of your kids, and because it's a very transient league, isn't it?
Transient. Please
I've
explain.
Never met such a league where there's movement of players like this.
It's transient, mate.
Well, that's what
Transit.
I'm going for.
Yeah, I'm with you, Spell. It's a great word I think you've just pulled out, but sounds fantastic.
Can anyone tell me what it means, though?
Transit.
Transient.
Yeah, transient,
So
meaning
transit.
exit. Out. Transit of players,
No, still not
in and out,
explaining it,
in
but-
and out. You know when you're in the airport and it's transit? Sort of the same sort of thing. It's in and out, isn't it,
When
Spellsy?
the door
We'll
opens.
go with you on that
in
one,
and out.
Ryan.
Thanks, Spellsy.
You ain't going to get any English lessons from that.
Sounds
would be
like
nice,
something
wouldn't it?
else. In and out.
I did get 2 out of 20 for English. I think that puts me in good stead.
And that was
Speed.
That was in
Grade 1.
That was in reception, not grade 1.
Gee, they're flying the insults at the moment from the commentators.
So the ball's on the far side.
Back to the game.
Adelaide United.
Was it Jim saying that we're going to be in shade here by the
Now we are.
kickoff? No, it's only because there's a cloud there, but
So backwards kicking there goes to Para Hills though. Samoro. Jacompt was there, but the ball looks like went over the sideline.
Free kick to Samaro, boys. Not sure what for.
Any Cheerios there, Rob?
Yeah, just I think one
Few
says
Cheerios?
if the commentators could stop talking, that'd be great. Well, that's
Yeah, no, fair enough. Fair call.
Let's put us on mute then, maybe.
oh, we
Yeah,
don't have to
actually,
commentate. We have a silent
That's
game.
right. Turn the volume down if you don't like it.
Obviously,
Right foot in, swing it. Para Hills into attack. Keeper comes, misses it.
obviously, they don't watch the A-League or English Premier League.
Each to their own, Rob. Each to their own. That's why God gave us free will to choose.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly right.
Choose the mute button. Anyway, Cheerios to Tony Janito watching, Anthony Capaldi, Thomas Qualia, Mark Claridge, Chase Cummins, Hayden Mullen. Is that Tino or Tina DeFede? Tino, of course it's Tino. I know Tino. From the corner kick, a free header there for the Para Hills Knights, and that was Samaro getting up. But well over the bar. Almost 39 and a half gone here. Watch that on the replay. Well floated corner kick. Samaro lurking, almost being held there, one of the other players. A free header in the end, unmarked, but 25 was close to him in Stamatolopoulos. Back to the live action. Offside flag up. And that'll be a free kick to Para Hills Knights.
So Para Hills Knights with a free kick. Macchioro.
You're really online with that one, Ryan. What do you think of that one?
It's hard to say. It's hard because Pezos just screamed at Appa there, Stamatolopoulos, one more and you're off.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Not timing his runs.
Yeah, not timing his runs properly.
So left-hand side, good bit of work there by Samoro. One way, then the other. Looks for support. Has to go backwards to his captain in Tyler Bailey. Goes back towards Bailey as he goes in towards Butler.
Got the head on it, Butler too.
And
Wasted opportunity for Para Hills.
just wide off the upright for a goal kick.
See that on the replay there. I think Butler was surprised it actually got through to him. Hasn't come up on the replay, so back to keep with the live action. Clark goes down the line. Getting there first was Armiento, but no one in support now. Stamatolopoulos comes across to lend a hand, but that's gone out of play. So that'll be a throw into Adelaide United near their attacking corner flag. Noah Smith coming across to take it. Can't be offside from the throw-in, so that was well played. Adelaide United have it deep in their attacking half, but now they're getting pushed back by the Para Hills Knights defence, all the way back into their defensive half. Wilson now goes all the way back to his keeper. Great pressing by Para Hills. Gee, gutsy ball there from Richards. Adelaide United should play it out. Good sliding challenge there. Intercept by Bailey. Offside flag up against Truscott. Wouldn't have counted. Well, you dispute that, Spells.
Well, the big central back is 4 metres behind him.
See if we can see that on the replay. You might have actually a claim there, Spells. I thought that too with the naked eye. But the young assistant referee in better position than us. And when I say young, I mean young. He looks very young.
So big kick there by Richards. Ends up with Samoro. Mohamed Samoro. And goes over the sideline once again. It'll be a throw in. Looks like it's Carter Bailey taking this throw in. Looking for Chacompt. Ends up with Ocheng for Adelaide United as they go inboard. Finding Dorigo, back to Ocheng. Play it down though. It was Stamatolopoulos. As it goes to Ocheng, who's got a bit of pace. Can cut it back. Chance to come in. He's virtually missed an open goal there and needed just to side-foot it wide.
I don't know if he missed
And
it
out for a
completely or
goal
if he got a touch on that. We'll see on the replay if they can
He
tell
might
us.
have got a
anything.
touch.
No, you got to touch.
Yeah.
Definitely got to touch. They're the chances in games
Ocheng,
like this
beautiful
where
work.
they're chances that you need to take because you're keeping a team like Para Hills that just will battle for 90 minutes into the game. And that instead of going into the sheds 1-0 up, you're going to go 0-0 and you're giving that little bit of confidence to a team like Para Hills that require that to battle for the rest of the game. So in games like this, that needs to be in. That needs to be a goal.
So still 0-0 here, and the referee not happy with some back chat. And Butler's being called over to referee Muller. I'll get you, Butler.
He's getting him.
And
Oh, we can hear him.
Just about. So Muller
We
just...
should have the referee mic'd one day.
Oh, that wouldn't be advisable with all the
They do it in the AFL.
expletives that might come back at him from the players. So Butler just getting it talking to. He's not too sure why. Noah Smith letting him know about it. Back to the action. Almost half time. Still 0-0 as Adelaide United come again through Brook. Brook on the far side, just forward of centre. Comes back in on his left. Goes backwards to Wilson, who plays it up the line. Ocheng gets a chest on it. Stamatolopoulos, good control, beats one, still has the ball, beats two, trying for three. Samauro wins out, and Marchioro makes sure of it.
So it's Para Hills. We're going into that, but LA United have got the ball. They're into attack. Chance for the cross there, but it's cut out there by Para Hills Knights defenders. As LA United still going in, Marchioro got it out wide. Carter Bailey was there in the way his blocker Wilson sends it over the sideline, not quite over the sideline yet. Well done, Stamatolopoulos. And short they go though, Para Hills, and over the sideline it goes now. As we're just about to approach time on in the first half here at Smith Partners Stadium. It is 0-0. As the throw-in's taken, goes to captain Tyler Bailey. As it goes up, LA United do clear it through Clark. Up in the air it goes. Bit of a tussle there by Piantadosi.
Good 50-50.
And into the arms of the keeper there in Dial, Chamberlain. Puts it on the ground once again. Looking for support. Goes long. Over the halfway line it goes. Up went Clark. Trying to get to it was Butler. Smith does well. Dorigo was there. That was actually Brook. As Parry Hills goes towards Stevens, loses out. This is Dorigo. Brook also there. Loses out though. Parry Hills. Dying seconds off the first half. As Butler goes all the way back towards Piantadosi. Squares it up to Marchioro. Goes to his captain and Tyler Bailey. In board they go. Pushing it around.
Just happy to see half time, I think, Para Hills, by the looks of this.
As they go again to Captain Bailey. Oof. Almost losing out, but it goes to Bayer. Bayer gets it towards Jacompt. Cleared only as far as Butler.
So I would have put it in.
Goes
seconds
out.
remaining. Oh no, they did have the drinks break, didn't they, Rob?
That's right, yeah, it might be 2 or 3 minutes. As Parry Hills, Piantadosi, just can't seem to find an opening at the moment. Parry Hills, here they go now. Truscott goes wide to Butler, back to Truscott it goes. Promising move here by Parry Hills. Trying to chest it down was Pierce Stevens.
Yeah.
Ends up backwards though. They're going to lose out in a minute as it goes wide. Trying to find Samoro. Keeps it in. Looking to take on his player. Goes one way, then the other. Trying to get across going. Could have been a free kick there. Referee waved play on. As there's a funny looking shot, but it's deflected off a Adelaide United player for a corner.
Yeah, well done. Good work there. I tell you what, also applying the pressure. Jacompt there in the box there, just making a nuisance of himself. As you said, it could have been a free kick. Just looking back at that replay, just put into the hot spot and hope for something to happen. And well, they got a corner out of it, and it may be the last play of the half. So wouldn't it be irony if they walked away with a 1-0 lead at half-time as the right foot in swinger, very deep, probably too deep, and giving chase, but giving up the chase was Marchioro, and that is half-time here at Smith Partners Stadium with, we'd say, Adelaide United holding sway, but Parry Hill's also asking some important questions and could have come away with a lead either way. Still these two go on with it. Butler.
Boys, I've just got Carlo here. How do you feel that half? Tough conditions out there?
Yeah, we just need to take our chance. I reckon we've had a few 4, 5, 6 finished. They're going to go else.
And what's the ground like playing? It's hot out there. There's really feet are burning. Ground's hard underneath.
Yeah, it's bloody hot. Black boots, burning.
What do you think Paul's going to say to you guys at half time to try and get try and get something out in that
We
second
just
half.
need to be patient. Towards the end, we were getting frustrated. We weren't finishing. We were kicking it long. We just need to calm down, regroup, and go from there.
I'll let you go in and get some cold water. Well done. Good half.
Well done, Ryan.
Seemed he was puffed out, wasn't
Yeah, might have to change your battery there, brother. That's just cutting in and out a little bit.
Yeah, I will at half time.
Yeah.
Just quickly, I agree with Carlo. Just walking onto this pitch, boys, it's very hot out here. It's very warm out here. You can see the players are struggling a little bit. So it's going to be interesting to see what comes out in the second half.
Okay, well, we're going to let Spells and Cassandra dissect that first half with the stats. So myself and Rob will take a short break, but we go in at half-time here at Smith Partners Stadium. Round 8 action, of course, some games happening yesterday which the crew will go through. But it's 0-0 here at half-time thanks to One Solution Group, Adelaide United Youth, 0, Para Hills Knights, 0. And we'll leave it to Cassandra and Spells to dissect that first half.
Thank you, Paul.
Yes, and it sort of seemed to be a half which favoured Adelaide United, but as Ryan kept saying, we've seen Para Hills quite a bit, and they don't give things away, so you give a sucker an even chance and it'll come back to bite you, and that's where we're sort of situated at the moment, because Adelaide United, 8 shots on goal, got caught offside 4 times, committed 8 fouls, had a couple of corners, and their keeper only had to make 1 save in comparison to Para Hills. 3 shots on goals, had 3 corners. Their keeper had to make 4 saves, and they committed 7 fouls. So it was a little half that, to me, was Adelaide United's way. But like this great game of football, you just got to find the back of the net.
Exactly, and at the start of the half, you thought Adelaide United were the ones to probably get the lead there, and towards the end, Para Hills looked more on top, so
yeah,
will be interesting second half.
Yeah, it was, and there was a couple of great opportunities for United. Just couldn't quite put them away, but in comparison to Para Hills, who really didn't have many fantastic opportunities. They went down the left and the right both times. Armiento and Ochieng were right in amongst all of their real good opportunities.
I think Armiento is really a good star for this side and a bit of a game changer as well. Hopefully we can see more of him in the second and something that can change this game.
Yeah, and there's that one of the early opportunities. He read the play right. He knew he just had to chip the keeper, but just couldn't quite find the back of the net.
Do you think Paul should make some changes at the half? Or
he's got some real talent sitting there, so it must be one of the real difficult things with a team like this, because obviously from a starter getting taken off at half time, you wouldn't be overly wrapped.
No.
And it's just that balance, but they got some real pace with Carpenter, Pacifique, and obviously Yates. You know much about Yates? What's been going on with him?
I'm not sure actually. I don't know if he went to another club maybe last season, or
no, he came from Burkalla last season, and didn't play a lot. And here he is again in his second year at United Youth and not playing a lot. Something must be going wrong with him. He was because he was outstanding at Burkalla. He was a class midfielder. I think he might have even won Rookie of the Year. It was, we were all wondering where Ryan Yates' show was sort of going to go, and he just really hasn't been able to get on the park a lot.
Looks a bit tough to get into the starting 11 with the amount of talent Adelaide has at the moment as well.
Yeah, and I was surprised to see him not in the starting 11, but when you look at the team sort of put their act together out there, you can see why, because they're playing well, they're well organised, which is not easy to do for a young side to get them, holding their shape and playing well.
Exactly.
He's a good coach, Paul Pezos.
He is. He led the reserve team last year to the championship, so that was great achievement for the club as well.
Well, we've got the chairman from Para Hills here as well. Might sit down and have a little natter with you.
No worries.
Thanks for joining us.
That's okay.
Thank you. What are your thoughts and goals for the club this year?
Look, obviously we got a taste of getting into the finals last year, and obviously we're always aiming, to get to the finals and obviously keep pushing one step further. We lost a couple of players, but we've picked up some good young players, and typical Para Hills attitude. We never give up until the game's over, so we'll just keep pushing and working hard and see how we go.
Always a tough side, Para Hills, and obviously you've lost big players like the Mullen boys, and do you think you've replaced them quite well?
Yeah, look, to be fair, I think Alex Mullen is at this level is unreplaceable. He's a step above everyone, and he's in leaps and bounds, probably the best player in this league going around, and again a great bloke. Look, the other boys that we lost, I mean, yeah, Matthew, his brother's experienced, but again slowing down a little bit. The Japanese boy Yowie, a great kid to have around, and again a surprise package you don't know. So look, they're all players that are going to be hard to replace, but again you look at the big picture and you look at bringing in some young kids and again working towards stability and being a presence in the top tier for a long time to come.
And you've had some great results so far, so do you think it's going to be a fairly good season?
Look, you say we've had some great results. We've had a couple of good results that we've had to work hard for. Again, we've made silly mistakes and we've given up games that we should have taken. But that's the game. That's the game of football, isn't it? You can be the best team out there and lose, or you can actually be the second best team on the park and get 3 points. So
that's like today. You've obviously Adelaide has had their chances, but you guys can surprise them today.
Look, Adelaide United, they drill well. Pezos gets them. He's been around. He knows the game. He's got them playing fantastic. The amount of hours these guys put in as well. They're a sharp outfit, and they're going to control the ball, and they're going to try and control the game. So we just need to stick to our natural game plan and just see what we can do.
And just around the game as a whole here in South Australia, what are your thoughts? And do you get enough sort of support from the government? And
look, at the end of the day, the FFSA does get a bit of support from the government. Again, the clubs rely on certain individuals and hard-working volunteers, and obviously sponsors are very important just to keep us afloat. It's an expensive game, and at Para Hills we try to keep the costs down as low as possible to keep as many younger ones playing, because it is getting dearer and dearer as the time goes on. And our goal is just to get as many young kids playing, and we've always been a club that has brought youth through and created quality players. So hopefully as time goes by there'll be some more and they'll stick around and help us keep moving forward.
And that's important, is to gain, like Spells said during the match, is to gain that foundation and build upon the younger kids. And it is,
and again it's the youth, it's about the boys that we've brought in now. The boys are a great unit. They all work hard for each other and for the coach. The coach has his game plans that he wants to do, and we all work towards that and support the coach. And again, they are a young squad, so it's about moving forward, getting some experience and just growing in the game and just seeing what we can achieve.
Great, thank you very much and all the very best.
No worries, thank you very much.
Thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
Well, so we take a short break, we'll put some music on. We'll see you back here soon, folks.
Okay, lads, we are back here. It is in readiness for the second half. Adelaide United and Para Hills Knights from Smith Partners Stadium. This round 8 action thanks to One Solution Group. Next week we got off. I think it's Cup round, Rob. Is that right, next week?
Yeah.
Back on the 21st. And we'll just bring you up to date with some of the games yesterday. And also, there's a couple going on today. You've got this one here, and one started 15 minutes prior to this game.
Well, Sturt Lions are down 2-0, but Panthers have a man sent off, reduced to 10 men.
So in the second half, it'll be Adelaide United kicking to, and there's the scores from the round so far.
Been a substitution, boys, to Adelaide United. Number 6, Ryan Yates is on for number 10, Charlie Devereaux.
It's good to see Ryan Yates back in.
And also, boys, a substitution for Para Hills Knights too. Number 10, Luke Kololancha is on, going into midfield with Pierce Stevens moving to right back, with number 6 for Para Hills, the right back in the first half, David Byer being replaced.
True.
So a bit of movement there at half-time, boys. Maybe a bit of heat. I don't think Charlie Devereaux was having his best of games. He was struggling to get in, so maybe a bit more of a change for an X-factor. And even with Luke Kololancha coming on, he's got a bit of an X-factor type player about him.
Second half underway here, and it's Adelaide United, as you were in the first half, with possession of the ball. And there's Ryan Yates with his first touch of the second half. Torrigo goes wide, Clark goes up the line, giving chase. Zarmiento, he's lost out. That's Para Hills that clear, but out of play, so they've run out of line.
Not sure if Luke Kololancha is wearing shin pads, boys.
I'm sure the referees would have
they're
picked that
definitely
up.
wearing
Adelaide
shin pads.
United a chance in the box, and it's in the bar. And gone out.
Stamatolopoulos, I think.
I think it was Zarmiento.
Right.
We'll check that on the replay. Adelaide United, the first poster of the afternoon from the throw-in as you watch the replay. Came in board.
Yeah,
Armiento evades 1-2 with a left foot, bang, and it hit the post.
He's got a nice left foot on him.
Should have been 1-0.
Should have, could have.
Isn't.
Would have.
I'm a bit old school, boys, coming back to Luke Kololancha with the shin pads. You can't wear shin pads like that. It's not a fashion parade. It's a game of football.
Well, where are these? Are they on or they're not?
No, they're definitely on, but they're not protecting your shins.
That's a piece of cardboard, in other words. As Adelaide United trying to get possession of the ball. Dorigo goes out to Stamatolopoulos. That wasn't Stamatolopoulos, it was Smith.
Free kick.
And it will be a free kick to Adelaide United. Quickly taken. Goes to Blocker Wilson, the captain. Right hand side to Konstantopoulos. Goes in board. Goes back towards the player.
Yates.
Yates, that came on in the second half. As Wilson. Goes back to Wilson. Goes back towards the player there.
Dorigo.
Goes into attack. Stamatolopoulos can get to it. Does get to it. Chance to crack it. Over the crossbar it goes.
Jeez.
2 chances for Adelaide
shots
United.
in 2 minutes.
They've come out with a bit of fire in their belly, boys.
The writing could be on the wall for Para Hills.
Well, the shade's starting to take effect here at Smith Partners Stadium, and the cooling down of conditions is the heating up of Adelaide United. 2-2 spells.
Yeah, they sure are. And they were both grand opportunities. Hit right at the base of the post, that first one.
Chamberlain with a goal kick. Gets good distance on it. Wilson got his head on it. It's a 50-50. Gee, well, that was an interesting one. Bailey, but Adelaide United come away with it. Nyonga Beere.
He's on as well.
Yeah,
Yep.
sorry, boys. There's another change.
Nyonga Beere in
Ochiang's
the
off.
box, lays it off. Good turn. Brook goes backwards. Yates further backwards. Clark on the halfway line to Wilson. Wilson for Adelaide United, still 0-0. Konstantopoulos gets the ball into the hot spot.
close.
Way too close to the keeper. Easy pickings for Chamberlain. And he releases.
Nyongabedi is on for Mark Ochieng.
Oh, it's interesting.
It's interesting, yeah.
Maybe just giving Ochieng a bit of a run.
Mm-hmm.
Very impressive.
So it's Parry Hills just pushing it around at the moment. Could be in trouble there. Marchioro does get rid of it. Goes to Captain Bailey. His pass goes straight to an Adelaide United player. Trying to put pressure on him. There was Jacompt. And that's gone over the sideline for a throw-in.
Just going back on Ochieng, Spells, you thought really impressive.
Yeah, I was just every touch. Quality. No good?
I didn't think he had an impact the way he should have had an impact.
Okay.
Well, he looked good in stages, yeah.
It's a game of opinion, isn't it, boys? It's not right or wrong. It's just an opinion. There's Adelaide United in defence. Wilson playing around with it. Now moving it forward. Yates turns it over. So Wilson will get another chance from his defensive 18-yard box. This time goes for safety. Long. Good header there. Marchioro. Butler. Clark gets his head on it, but the offside flag's up against Para Hills.
Perhaps he got an early minute so he can go and watch his mates play against Sydney.
That's later tonight in Sydney.
Cracking game.
Found some form, the senior team, haven't they, Adelaide United? It's the juniors here with a nice ball, offside flag up. If the player came live, and the referee will call it. Spells doesn't agree with.
Spells not happy.
Well, I just don't see the point. No wonder you can't
when it's
score any
kicked.
goals.
It's when it's kicked, Spells, not
Sure.
when it gets there.
No, I'm
see
right
what-
with it.
Yeah, I see what he's saying. Let the game go. Give the benefit of the doubt. Let's see some goals.
Well, if it's offside, it's offside.
Abolish the offside rule.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
Marchioro. He would mind it. Marchioro goes back to his keeper, Chamberlain. Long clearance by Chamberlain. Over the halfway line, Clark. Foot taller there than Samauro. Easy pickings for him. But Para Hills Knights have the throw in. Quickly taken. Truscott. They chip forward now. Chicomte. Good control. Goes backwards, but gee, that was a bad loose ball. Turns it over, and that's out of play. Throw in to Adelaide United. Far side of the ground, no goals. Just over 6 minutes gone this second half. Round 8 action thanks to One Solution Group.
So it goes out, Adelaide United. Dorigo goes short. Wilson. Konstantopoulos, he's been good. Goes to
Oh,
the
great
play there.
play.
Nyongabedi can square it up. A chance for United.
Too long.
And Carlo Amianto, if he had a right foot, something might have happened.
Yeah, good call.
Tried to go on his left foot and nothing happened. As Wilson's got it. That's a good movement there by Adelaide United. I like this Konstantopoulos. Got a bit of flair about him. Nyongabedi once again can cut it back. Chance, goal!
That's the first.
Is that in? Yes, it should be.
Yeah, it
yes. It's crossed the line, and that was from...
Stamatolopoulos, I think. Just brilliant. He was the one with a little back heeler to Pacifica. He's been on fire, so...
Yeah, Nyongabedi. If he was half injured, he looks all right, doesn't he?
As soon as he's come on, he's given him something on this right-hand side. Cuts it back. Keeper got a fingertip to it, but already over the line. And Stamatolopoulos claiming it.
You know what he's given him, boys? Something Ochieng didn't give him, and that's why the substitution was made. He's creating, he's in the game, he's producing. Yeah, Ochieng was impressive with his touches, but just not impressive as a winger. And Nyongabedi is basically showing him what he needed to be doing that first half.
So 1-0 to Adelaide United here at Smith Partners Stadium, home ground of Adelaide United this season. And it looked very impressive, the youngsters.
A frustrated clearance there. But it's good switch
Parry
to
Hills,
Butler.
he did. He's got the ball on the left-hand side. Can they lift as they square it up? Captain Bailey goes right-hand side. Trying to get the cross. There's a
Good
chance,
build
it's a
up.
goal! Oh, great
Magnificent.
goal there by, it is Chicomte. It was a good cross there by, was that Stevens on that
I
right-hand
think
side?
it was Rob Stevens, the supplier.
And into the back of the net it goes.
Watch this on the replay. Beautiful work in the build-up for Para Hills. Stevens way out wide there. Put it into the hot spot and leave the rest to a beautiful glancing header. Jacomte for Para Hills in the 53rd minute.
Well, replied straight away.
Squares the ledger.
I tell you what, that cross, it was like a knuckleball too. It was just wobbling and he was right on the money.
Great camera work too on the super slow. Sorry, Spells,
No,
but that close-up, Chappie. Well done, mate.
Great header,
Beautiful.
great ball.
One for the highlights reel.
I'm going to ask you boys though, where were the centre backs?
I don't know.
Missing in action.
Because he no centre back even close to him.
Free kick to Para Hills Knights.
Chacompt in the 53rd.
Yes.
And what was the other one, 51st?
52nd, Stamatolopoulos.
Jeez.
Not I don't want to take any credit away from the striker with a brilliant header, but he's sitting on the 6-yard line there, or just outside the 6-yard line, and no centre back even close to him.
It was a nice ball too, though.
It
by
was.
Stevens.
You're wanting your centre backs touching him.
Yates clears it to no one in particular. Marchioro just wanting to see it over the line, but has had the ball taken off him. This lad's given him plenty since he's come on, Nyonga Bide. And wins are free.
And you can see why the senior team has signed him up for 2 years, boys.
Protests.
Gee, they came back straight away, didn't they, Para Hills? They just don't want to lie down.
Bailey protesting, but the referee's made his decision. 2 in the wall for Para Hills. 2 over the ball for United.
I'm going to say something. I'm a bit of old school, but especially when you're in the yard box, that zonal defending, if you don't get that zonal defending right, that's what happens. And I'm a bit old school with that. You want man on man, you want your centre back all over him. You want him feeling. That zonal, if you don't get it right, you're going to cause yourself problems.
Armiento now with the left foot. You would imagine will be the supplier. The 6-yard box just congested, that 6-yard box. Have a look at it. Here comes the left foot in, swinging near post, and it's in! Oh, there you go. Well, goals are raining.
He's cheeky bugger, that one.
56th minute, they're just raining goals at the moment.
Saw him lining it up because it was very close to us just with his left boot, and he always sort of seemed to, as if I'm going to have a bit of a dip at this. He had a bit of wind.
He went for it.
Had the right sort of action going.
Should the keeper be on the post there, or a player on a post?
Well, that's not a corner. I was just thinking that, Rob. We'll have a look at the replay again. Was there a wall there? 2 men in the wall really did nothing.
There's no one on the front post.
Yeah, but it's not a corner, so you wouldn't expect anyone to be on that front post. But keeper not well positioned, probably.
Yeah, keeper poorly positioned there, boys.
Yeah.
You can't let a goal in into your front post.
Well, for the neutrals, it's good for us. 2-1 Adelaide United lead. Second half.
3 goals in 4 minutes, boys.
And here we go again. United on the charge.
And I'm pretty sure this boundary right in the first half said Armiento gets a free kick. Watch out.
And I think you also predicted a 2-2 scoreline.
Jeez, I'm going to the casino after if I get this one right.
Better check in with the boss first, mate. That's why she lets you go.
That's why we pay you the big bucks, mate.
Yeah, to go blow it at the casino.
You guys get paid peas and I get paid in beans.
You get paid. We get paid peas, you get paid nuts.
They're more expensive, those nuts.
Peanuts.
Anyway, there's been a head collision. Anyone would think it was Ryan and Rob that had the head collision, but it's 2 players out there. And it's Chacomte for Para Hills. And the player getting up there for Adelaide United. Looks like Blocker Wilson, yeah. Both players back on their feet, that's good to see. So, just recapping, Stamatolopoulos opening the scoring in the 52nd minute. Chacomte equalising for Para Hills in the 53rd. And Armiento from a beautiful free kick with a left foot in swinger, eluded everyone, has put Adelaide United ahead 2-1.
Panthers still up 2-0 thanks to the West Beach Pizza Bar.
Armiento now,
around the ground.
thanks to the West Beach Pizza Bar. Armiento now puts it into the box, and gee, flashed across everyone there. And Nyonga Bide lurking.
I love his left foot.
It's a good player, isn't he?
Sweet. It's absolutely sweet.
Just whizzed in across the box. And just a touch, would have seen that in the back of the net. Well, they've had a poster already, Adelaide United, so 2-1.
Armiento as well.
It's almost flattering Para Hills, but to their credit, Para Hills still in this game. Very much so.
So goal kick taken here by Shamelane. Up in the air it goes. Back post where it was Samoro. Trying to get to it was also Chacomte. Cleared here by Adelaide United. They're in trouble here. Stamatolopoulos. Well done by Piantadosi to get his foot to it and sent it over the sideline. It will be a throw-in to Adelaide United. They are leading 2-1.
How's that scoreboard at this new venue anyway, boys? Working all right, is it?
Yeah, it's the amount of guys that are up there. See, two on one side, one on the other.
There you go.
It's 2-1.
2-1, yeah. I see 4.
I see 4, actually.
Oh, he's the neutral. He's the divider.
I was about to say, Spells. I don't know what scoreboard you're looking at.
Well,
That's
the guy with the hat's Para Hills, and
So 3-1, is that what it is?
It's gonna be.
Three
It will
no
be.
hats.
It's going to be 3-1.
Well, if you
the
take a closer
prediction.
look, I reckon the guy with the feeler top might have a cap or a beanie on. So it could be 2-2. Anyway, back to the action.
So left-hand side, Parry Hills going attack. Blocker Wilson. That's going to come
this
to
is-
us.
Gee, good take there.
That was definitely heading in Jimbo's direction.
I had the
boys.
fist ready to punch away if need be.
Paul was onto it. He used to be a goalkeeper. Don't know how.
It wasn't as heavy.
No, shortness I'm talking about.
No, look at John Green for Adelaide
Yeah, that's
City
true.
in the day,
Yeah,
mate.
3 fingers and
That's
and a
right.
foot.
And that's his height.
It's one of the best keepers that I've ever seen.
Thank you very much, Rob.
No,
you-
true. John Green.
Oh, right,
Not
sorry.
you. Never saw you in gold, luckily.
Enzo Giannoni is watching. Hello, Enzo. Josh Murray's watching. G'day, Josh. Perry Metris.
Former United player.
Matty
Josh.
Halliday. Matty McGregor. Camilo Lombardi. Big cheerio to all those watching through Facebook Live. And, of course, it's going through YouTube Live as well. And if you're worried about data, the audio stream, the audio commentary is going to Adelaide Web Radio, which you can get through TuneIn. The app.
Throw
on
in
your phone.
for Parry Hills, left-hand side. Can they get back into this game? They've got one straight away after Adelaide United score. But Adelaide United has pulled one back to make it 2-1. Adelaide United leading. Left-hand side it goes. Smith goes for a gallop. Goes short to Amiante's dangerous left foot, cuts it back. And it's mopped up there by Samoro for Parry Hills. On the right-hand side. Goes short to Conolancia. All the way back to Chamberlain, the keeper. In towards the centre of the ground, Wilson. Goes out though to Truscott.
Bailey got in the way then.
Away go Adelaide United, but only as far as Piantadesi.
Yeah, almost a turnover from a deflection. So Parry Hills get another chance. Bailey goes wide. They'll come back inboard. Marchioro. Just outside the 18-yard box. Goes short to his captain, Bailey. Goes long and wide and making Stevens work. Couldn't get there. It's gone out of play. Substitute about to happen for Adelaide United as we go to the substitutes bench. Is that you, Chappie? Let's have a look. Or maybe not yet.
Yoshida, the Japanese, is coming on.
So 9 has gone off. It's Parra Hills. No, I was just getting a drink. So what is happening over there?
I don't think.
Yoshida's there.
Yeah, Najcomte is coming off,
It is.
boys.
wow,
Comte,
goal
yeah.
scorer.
Yeah, wow is exactly what I would have said too. Yoshida coming on.
Butler's gone to the number 9. Samara's come on to the left wing, and Yoshida's gone to the right wing.
So Michael Jacomte off and Shinya Yoshida on. So Parra Hills now with some defending to do. They've turned it over. It'll be Adelaide United. Nice turn. Brooke needs support. Had the ball taken off him. Bailey goes wide, making Samaro run. Samaro comes inboard. Wear the white shirts. Samaro has to do it himself. Got 2 around him. Chipped forward by Truscott. Into the box. No one there to meet it. Clark eventually for Adelaide United. Just skies it more than anything. Comes down to Yates and hacked away. But giving chase, the keeper will come and take this, you would imagine. But Stanitolopoulos gave chase, which was good. Interesting 50-50, no one hurt. Adelaide United come.
So Adelaide United through Constantopoulos. Goes short to Brooke. Brooke. Backwards it goes to Yates. Yates squares it up. Here they go again. Adelaide United. That was Clark. And over the sideline it goes for a throw-in. Taking it towards Stamatolopoulos, who go to Dorigos, right-hand side. Konstantopoulos back to Dorigo. Younger Beard, look at that turn. He's got some skill, hasn't he?
Too quick for himself. He's still got it.
He's got it again.
Oh,
That should have been in.
two.
Cuts it back.
Stamatolopoulos should have been two. Hey, can someone win the man of the match coming on at half-time?
Oh, well, right at the moment they can.
Gee, as if he hasn't given a spark.
Set the world on fire, hasn't he? Has he
Here we
got
go
it again? He's got some
Sandwich.
skill.
The elevator, he's got the elevator. And a yellow card. Is that worth a yellow card, the
No,
elevator?
see, I would have thought that's just unnecessary. I mean,
Yeah, that's
just go. He's on fire. You can't just let him loose.
a yellow card,
There's
Samoa.
not much in that.
Soft free kick. Oh, no, free kick was there, sorry. For the
Soft
elevator.
yellow card, yep.
You got the elevator doors, that's fair enough, but blimey,
This
Charlie,
is
is
the
that a
younger
yellow
bear.
card?
He's got something special.
And how do you distinguish who gets the yellow card when it was two players chomping him?
But more importantly, they've put the left footer right back into prime
Chopping
spot here.
Chomping?
Chomping.
He's already made his A-League debut, boys. That round where
Yes.
a lot of youngsters played against Sydney FC and did quite well for themselves too.
Let's
I
see
reckon
if
sign him up. I know
See
he's
if-
signed for 2 years.
Para Hills have learned anything from the last escapade. This time they're keeping the same formula.
Oh, he's
Far
gonna
post!
score again.
And it's hit the crossbar and out. Para Hills,
I'll give him the wine now. Amianto.
give him the wine now.
Yeah.
Is he old enough? That's the problem. Clark,
Doesn't matter.
Yates, will come again. Amianto could be offside if he comes live. No, says the assistant. Amianto tries to take on the player.
He's got to go on his left.
And doing well there was Samauro. Be careful, son, you're on the yellow, but doing well was Darigo as well.
I'll give it to his parents and say thank you for giving me a left foot like that. He's
Exactly.
got a beautiful left foot.
Hacked forward by Bailey, but no one there for Para Hills.
He's hit the crossbar. He's hit the bar.
It's hit the
And
post.
he's scored as well. So
Could have had a hat-trick. So Para Hills, how can they respond? It's still only 2-1, believe it or not. And a free kick to Para Hills. And a bit of back chat from Blocker Wilson. Might see him go in the book. In
No.
fact,
Butler.
gee, I thought Butler was already booked, but he's not. He
No.
is now. So 4 yellow cards to Para Hills.
Gee, Jared Muller's got that yellow card coming in and out.
Just don't know. I suppose we don't know what was said, but
Yeah, true.
blimey, some of these cards have been, and decisions have been a bit soft. But anyway,
So Bailey, the captain, what can he do? Only 2-1 down. They still can get back into this game. United have missed a lot of opportunities to seal it.
Yoshida. Para Hills win a free kick on this occasion. Just forward of centre. So Para Hills trail 2-1, have the ball just forward of centre.
So the free kick will be taken here by Stevens. He'll chip it up. Looking for Marchiotta's gone there. Gee, it's a nice ball. Chance again.
Butler should have put that
Butler
in.
was on his own.
Wasted opportunity, Spills.
That's their chance, boys.
Got his head to it, then wide of the mark. So, yeah. Played just on 67 minutes in the second half. 2-1 to Adelaide United. It's been a good game.
Should have been 2-2 then.
As it's cleared here by Carter Bailey.
Uh-oh.
Up and how it goes, backwards. Keeper will have to pick it up. Can he pick it up?
Yeah.
Yes. Another pass back. You can pass back with your head though, can't you? You never know
Yes,
anymore.
you can.
You can.
Yep. It's only the throw-in where you used to be able to take the ball from a throw-in. They've
Well, you
changed that
can't.
rule. Now you can't. So Adelaide United, Amianto overruns the ball. Yoshida for Para Hills plays it up the line, runs out of line.
Movement down on the sideline there, boys, for Adelaide United. Blake Carpenter's about to come on. Carlo's coming off, boys. Carlo Armiento.
Wow.
Had a great game. Absolute great game. For me, he's been my man of the match so far.
Well, if it's only 23 minutes gone in the second half.
He's tired. You can see he's tired. Even at half time, when you had a chat with him, he was huffing and puffing.
It is warm conditions down here, boys, especially when you start playing on a pitch like this. It does add extra heat, and he was saying definitely was saying through his feet as well. So a well-deserved break, really. He's played brilliantly for me.
Drinks break, and that's 3 substitutions made by Adelaide United. That's pretty early in the pieces.
I think
now?
they like to give all their youngsters a run.
But what if there's an injury, Rob? You've still got 22 minutes of normal
Well,
time.
like I said, they do want to give their youngsters a run, more of a run than normal, because it's more of a development squad, isn't it?
So it doesn't matter if we go down to 10?
No, probably not.
Oh, okay.
Probably not.
Oh, right, fair enough.
It's a different story compared to other clubs in the Premier League. Adelaide United, it's more of a development squad.
It's a debatable issue, isn't it?
For their A-League, it is. It is a development squad.
I understand that, but shouldn't you be breeding a winning mentality also?
Yeah, but you want to give your players a good run.
I agree to disagree, Rob.
Thank you.
I agree with Paul. I agree, yeah, you want to give players a run, but I agree with Paul because you don't want to just give players just 30 minutes because they're part of a development squad. If you don't deserve the 30 minutes, you don't deserve the 30 minutes. You got to get back to the training park to show the coach why you deserve 30 minutes or a full game.
Well, that's what I think the development squad is all about, isn't it?
Yeah, but that doesn't breed a winning mentality. They just know that if they train poorly throughout the week, they're still going to get 30 minutes. It doesn't really cut it in the professional ranks.
So Spells is awfully quiet on that one.
Oh, well, it is interesting. But bottom line is they've got to stay in this competition. So
correct.
They've got to win some games, and they've certainly put themselves under a bit of pressure.
The players they've put on are not. They're good players they've put on.
No, Paul's just saying that with 20-odd minutes to go, no subs left. So they better all stand up.
Anyway, ball's out of play. Throw into Adelaide United. Far side of the ground. They're just forward of the halfway line. So into attack. This one's into the box but cleared by Piantadosi. They go backwards. Wilson plays it up the line. Marchioro looks up, takes his time this time. Piantadosi back to his keeper. Chamberlain, beautiful clearance. It's only Butler up there. He's outnumbered. Ball eventually comes down to Truscott. Goes wide. Stevens hacks it forward off the side of the boot. Clark skies it for Adelaide United. Comes down to feet eventually. Brook. Nice turn on the halfway line. Brooks fouled. Play on, says the referee. So Para Hills Knights come away with the ball. Almost turning it over. Yoshida going to lend support. Stevens overlapping run ignored. Now, Yoshida in two minds. His two last disposals have been pretty poor. And his contribution since coming on has been pretty poor as well, if I may say. Or is it not about winning, Rob? It's just get out there on the park. Is that what it's all about?
Well,
oh, sorry, not Para Hills. That's not a development squad.
Not Para Hills.
I think they look a little vulnerable at the moment, Para Hills.
Well, do you think Adelaide United won a championship or a development squad?
I think you've got to find that balance.
Anyhow, it's Adelaide United with the ball. They're going into attack. Carter Bailey.
Let's see his disposal now.
Goes out left-hand side. Samoro. Goes inboard. No support, though. Brook wins it. Goslin-Doppler. They go into attack. It chance.
Good ball.
Great ball. Finding Carpenter.
If I were.
Goes out towards Adelaide United, left-hand side.
Remember John Swan?
No. Oh. It goes to Stamatolopoulos. Looking for support. Squares it up. Nice ball to Brook.
Good save.
Brook shot there. Saved well there by Chamberlain. Dial throws it out right-hand side for Para Hills.
So Para Hills now from their defensive zone. Wormburner turned over. Yates plays it forward. Stamatolopoulos. Oh, he's fouled. That's a free kick without doubt. Gets one in the back from the ball, just to boot. So free kick for Adelaide United in a very promising position. Just watching on the replay. Obvious foul.
Where's Armiento?
He's on the bench, but it's not about winning, Rob.
That's right.
No.
I don't think it's about winning championships. I think it is about developing players, but it's about developing winning mentality. It's about developing the right attitude. And that means that you don't just deserve 30 minutes because you're part of a development squad. You got to earn your 30 minutes by performing well week in, week out, and earn it even more by on the training park by impressing the coach.
Lachlan Brook over the ball. In fact, now also Blake Carpenter over the ball. Heads or tails, Blake Carpenter, left foot, leaves it. Lachlan Brook. What was that for?
Oh, you can't give a yellow card for that.
Look, that's time wasting, obviously. That's the only thing I can think of. But please.
He balked and was about to take it.
We normally give the referees credit where credit's due. Today, Mr. Muller, A, B or C. I'd be giving him a C.
D?
At the moment. No C. Free kick. Take two. Left foot. Good save. Near post. Para Hills will clear. But no one up front. Butler's the lone ranger at the moment. And Adelaide United go back to their keeper with a long clearance.
Oh, no, that's offside.
This could be offside. Flag stays down.
That's offside.
Flag stayed down. Great chance for Lachlan Brook.
Spells is nodding his head. That was offside.
Well,
touch on.
Not according to the assistant referee. Oh, they've just all lost control now. It's a throw into Adelaide United. Para Hills are taking it. What's going on here, boys?
So it'll be a throw-in on the far side.
Will it? To who?
Para Hills.
Okay.
The linesman put his flag up shaking, so I wasn't there. I didn't even think he was sure.
So a throw-in again. Para Hills, Pierce Stevens. Can they get back into this game now? 2-1 down. They throw it out to Truscott. Back to Stevens. Goes all the way back to Piantadosi. He looks for support. Does go with Mark Chioro. He goes to Chamberlain, the keeper. No pressure on him. Does get it into attack. Over the halfway line it goes. Up went Clark. As he wins it again. Goes out though. Para Hills back into attack. Wilson's in the way though. And that goes over the sideline for a throw-in. Quickly taken. Goes to Carter Bailey. Samoro. Colanche, chance here for Para Hills. If he can get the cross.
Gee, Clark hasn't put a foot wrong all afternoon. I like his game.
As it goes out to Brook. See, that could have been something if that got through. There's a chance for Para Hills. Colanche, was it?
Colanche, yeah.
And didn't quite get to it.
Just needed a couple of centimetres on his head.
Been thrown out.
Mark, yep.
Left-hand side, so it's Adelaide United. Clark. Looks for support. Goes into attack. Looking for Carpenter. Brook. Nice chance here for Stamatolopoulos. Controls. Looking for somebody. Where's Nyonga Betty? There he is. He's got a chance. Cleared here by Para Hills over the sideline for a throw-in.
So it was Dorigo that had the shot. Nyonga Betty in the box, lurking. Now he's coming, giving an offer for the throw-in. Konstantopoulos goes to Stamatolopoulos. Back to Konstantopoulos. One way, then the other. Dorigo goes all the way back to Clark on the halfway line. Yates now for Adelaide United. Goes further wide.
Smith.
Back to Yates. Yates switches
nice
play.
ball.
Nyonga Betty, he cried so much. There he is in the box. Too heavy on the touch. Should be cleared. It is. Samaro doing the defending where he should be doing the attacking. Yates and Adelaide United through Clark will come again, although they're on the halfway line. Adelaide United in possession, up the line. The runner on the far side, Carpenter. Can he get in the box? Could have been handball, could have been a free. But in the end, it's a goal kick, and he's not too happy with it, Carpenter. What's wrong, Spells?
I thought he kicked it straight into the defender.
Let's have a look on the replay. Right on cue. Thanks, Jimbo. Carpenter taking it to the line. Cut it back. That's sort of what it looked like, but it might have taken... You can't, yeah, not conclusive. Probably took a double deflection. But, yeah, just on the naked eye, it looked like it should have been a corner. So
Blocker.
Beautiful. This could be an assist. Stamatolopoulos. Keeper hesitated. Punches. Gets away with it. And Para Hills living dangerously. Atkioro goes wide. Piantadosi goes long. Well read by the Reds. They lead 2-1. Ball in their defensive half. Clark looks up. Goes long. Piantadosi gets his head. There's a nudge in the back to Stevens. Free kick to Para Hills.
Gee, 90 minutes play. Panthers still 2-0 up. I don't think we're 2-0 up after 9 minutes. That scoreline's still the same. They had one player sent off. So it looks like the Panthers will hold out for a 2-0 win. So
Not the result you were looking for, Rob.
No, both results, I reckon. As it goes out.
Here we go.
Nyonga Bear there.
3-1 surely.
Watch his... I was going to say watch his celebration after he scores, but he sort of muffed that one up.
I think he was celebrating before he even kicked it, just watching on the replay. In the box, one-on-one with the keeper. Skied it just over the bar, in fairness to him. Keeper did well to narrow the angle, but gee whiz, that should have been number 3 and the game for Adelaide United. Not to be. So Para Hill's still in this, very much in this, 2-1 down.
I think there's a lot of Nyonga Bear fans in front of us.
He excites many.
He does.
And the referee's seen offside. So another offside.
It's not offside.
No, a free kick.
Offside?
I don't know, the flag was up.
You'd be offside.
The flag was up on the far side. Must have been for an infringement. So free kick to Para Hill is quickly taken. Ball White, Stevens.
Yoshida.
Yep.
Konalancha does a bit of a pirouette, goes right around, and he switches it. Not a good ball though, in the way Adelaide United defence. That was Yates.
Got one in the back for his trouble.
Went backwards. Smith into attack. Goes out. Captain Tyler Bailey as it goes back to Makioro. Right hand side. Up in the air it goes from Stevens. It's scrappy at the moment as they lose the ball. And
really? Shoulder to shoulder, wasn't
Captain
it?
Bailey.
Let's have a look at that on the replay.
Might have been a
50,
bit of a...
50, shoulder to shoulder. Maybe a bit of a nudge. It's just because he was a lightweight, though.
You can't bump him out of the way.
Oh, but that was just...
No, it wasn't shoulder, it was a bump. So you only bump in football, can't you? AFL style, anyhow.
He says with his Port Power hat on. Jeez. Rob.
So Carter Bailey goes into attack, looking for Butler. Chance for Parry Hills.
So much shoot.
Cleared
Yates
there
cleared it,
by
yeah.
Yates.
Truscott's touch took him away from goal. It's not his first touch to goal.
Over the sideline will be a throw-in.
Switching on
Quickly
there,
taken. Konalancha squares it up. Nice ball to Piantadosi. He's going to crack it. Does so.
Offside flag
Goes
up.
to Butler. There's a flag up and it is offside. Free kick to Adelaide United.
I'm glad Piantadosi had a shot, though. I think they've got to do something now. 81 minutes gone in the game. 2-1 down, and it's Stamatilopoulos a bit heavy on that first touch. Gets the cut back. No one there to meet it. Gee whiz, that was an awful clearance. Here's a chance now for Adelaide United to make it 3.
See you
Should
later.
be. It is.
Brooke.
Lachlan Brooke.
Easy as you.
In the 82nd minute. Gee, poor clearance there by Matkioro. Should have done a lot better. And no one really backing him up, in fairness, after the poor clearance. And Brooke had a bit of time to have a bit of a dance in the 18-yard box. As you watch it on the replay here. Nice cut back. Matkioro, poor clearance. Brooke, one way then the other, dancing all the way to goal. 3-1, and you would say that's probably game, set, and match.
Oh, there's some more to come. They're running all over them.
Good outfit, aren't they, the youngsters? They might make the finals this year. You never know.
Well, they just look better balanced, Rob. I think we've sort of said it in the past. They played like kids before. They were formed like them. They played like them. But I think the few years that they've had, they're working things out.
Looking more solid, bulking up a little bit.
Got a capable coach in Pezos too. Knows how to coach the youngsters.
Yeah, they don't look like kids anymore, do they, Spells? You're right. They've filled out.
They sure have. And we know that they change from year to year.
So it's Parry Hills into attack. Captain Tyler Bailey was trying to shot there. Goes out to Samoro though. One way and the other, does well. Get the cross there, gets across. No one there though. In the back there is Yoshida. One way then the other. And
penalty.
Penalty.
Oh, this referee's off the planet.
Well, he did flick it up and it must have gone straight into his hand.
Yeah, but was it ball to hand or hand to ball? Let's have a look at the replay here if we can if it makes it conclusive. Yoshida, one way then the other. He lost control of the ball, Yoshida. I don't know what
But
that
it touched
was
his
for.
hand.
I don't know what that's a soft.
Touched his hand.
Let's have a look if this close-up gives us anything. A bit of an impediment, but he'd lost control of the ball in my view. But anyway, penalty Para Hills, and it's greatly so, but the rebound back in. So 3-2.
No,
Bailey.
Oh,
Captain Bailey.
Tyler Bailey.
It's in the 84th minute, so it's raining goals.
They still can
And
come back.
game on.
Gee.
So let's have a look at this on the replay. The save from the keeper in first attempt. Oh, he's just paused it and stopped it. So we're not going to see the end of that. Back to the live action. It's nothing worse as the keeper saving it and then the rebound goes in. Anyway, 3-2. 84th it was. So 3-2 Adelaide United over Para Hills at the moment, and we've got probably about 5.5 of normal time left. They have a drinks break the second half.
Yeah, they did.
They did. So it's probably
We
going
don't
to
matter the change, if you remember.
be 4 or 5 minutes at least of added time. So Adelaide United, they've hit the crossbar a couple of times in the post. Spells, I don't know if we've got a stat on that. Younger Bearder causing all sorts of havoc in the box. The cutback should be on. He's falling. That's a dive. Now that's a yellow card. Come on, referee. Where's the consistency?
He fell down.
That was a dive.
No, it
He
wasn't a dive.
dived in the box, looking for a penalty. And Jared Muller, watch this on the replay. That was a dive. And
No, he just fell over.
just fell over,
Lost
did
his
he?
balance. He lost his balance. Give him a go. He's a lightweight.
Can we see that again on replay, Jimbo, please, as the referee goes
Linesman's called the referee over, boys. Something's been said.
Here we
I'm
go.
not
We'll just watch
sure.
the replay here in the box.
To
He just
Coach
lost his
Pezos,
balance. That's all.
Pezos.
Just fell. Even the
and
goalkeeper's
he's
having a
told
go at
Pezos
him.
to remove himself.
See? The tackle was there. He just fell.
Soft.
Come on. Don't pick on the referee too much. Replay was all right.
So
for
what's
you?
happened? Paul Pezos has been on the other. He's gone to the other side of the fence. Right. No, he's telling him to. Mario Karlovic getting involved with the dispute.
Mario's a senior coach now.
So what's the referee?
Well, he can't stay there. You know, otherwise
Well,
he still
that's-
coaches, so he's
It's a
made
mockery of the whole system, isn't it? If he's been sent off, he's got to go to the stands, which means over this side. And I think the referee wanted one of the stewards to escort him there, but Paul's doing the right thing and he's walking over there.
What's he upset about?
Maybe he thought it
Pezos.
should have been a penalty.
Oh, that one. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
possibly, I'm not sure. I can't read his mind, but
No, definitely not a penalty. But
But these are the sorts of situations for this bunch of kids. I mean, they'd be absolutely ropeable if they'd lost this game
Yeah.
today. They're just all over them. They need to keep their heads and play some good football.
definitely not a dive. Paul.
Finish the job
I
off.
think you've been a bit harsh on Nyongobire. His momentum just, he fell down.
okay, maybe a little bit easy for my liking.
That's better.
So, ball with Adelaide United. And their defensive half hacked forward. Nyongabira, the runner, well left by Stamatolopoulos. He knew it would have been offside. Nyongabira gets the cut back. This time, a bit better clearance by Marchioro.
So can Para Hills come back? It's 3-2 to Adelaide United.
They're just hanging on the
Yep.
back-to-back three for Para Hills. They're off their feet. Pacifica is just running them ragged down there.
They've been outplayed, but they're still in the game, haven't they?
They sure are.
Unbelievable. So goes to Nyongabire. As it goes,
Well stolen.
clearance by Para Hills. Captain's played well, hasn't he?
Yep.
Tyler
He always
Bailey.
plays well, Bailey.
Yeah, he's a good player. Goes out. He's added a bit of bite, hasn't he? Conolancia for Para Hills. As Piantadosi clears it, Butler went through him. Goes to keeper.
It's 88
Richards.
minutes, Rob. LSA man of the match.
Still 5 minutes, so I reckon time on will be played.
Any ideas?
By the time, I don't know, maybe Blocker Wilson. Certainly Armiento will be in there.
Armiento for me.
Yeah.
Armiento for me.
I know he's gone off, but for me, he's been the standout.
From minute one, boys, his left foot on
Yeah.
this when he was in the first half on our side, he's brilliant. Just always linking up, looking to put a dangerous ball in to the box. He was
Could have had a
really good.
hat-trick.
Yeah, and he was a really good player to watch today.
Hit the upright twice, I think.
Post once.
So LA United going into attack again. Goes to Brook. Brook switches plays. Not a bad player too.
Good
Brook
player.
goes out wide. Carpenter is on that far side.
Yep.
Looking to go one way than the other.
He missed that chance right before half-time as well.
Yep. Certainly been a great player. No arguments from me anyhow.
No.
He should get the player of the match. It's Amiento.
Free kick to Adelaide United. Another foul conceded by Parry-Hills. Many this half spell?
Oh, I've lost track a little bit,
Oh,
Paul,
okay,
but
yeah.
that's the 6th that I've got
This half.
this half.
So far side of the ground. Blake Carpenter quickly taken. They want to take it to the byline. Stamatolopoulos trying to soak up time, but as Rob said, I reckon there's still 5 to 6 minutes to go. 3-2 up. Parry-Hills now can still steal a point here. They come clubhouse side. Bailey, one way then the other. To the captain. Bailey. Who was I saying? Who was the other guy?
One's Carter Bailey, the other one's Tyler Bailey.
Oh, there were 2 Baileys.
Mm-hmm.
Just realised that. Maybe I've had one too many Baileys myself.
Not bad.
How was that, Rob?
Yeah, it's
Am I getting there
it's
late
up
in the
there,
afternoon?
It's up there, yeah. As it goes into a attack for LA United, the defence. Goes all the way back. That was Makioro. Chamberlain sends it into attack in the way though.
Clark, he's
Clark,
been good.
yeah, he's been very good. I tell you, if it's a draw, this Tyler Bailey's be up there as well as LA United have got it.
Oh,
Carpenter got past one, still got the ball, chance to go to Nyangabere.
oh.
But
Good clearance.
getting back there is Carter Bailey.
Yeah.
Sends it over his own crossbar.
Younger beer there lurking back post, as you can see on the replay there, but Carter Bailey did well defending that. Put it over for a corner kick. Referee calling for another ball. As the sun goes down here at Smith Partners Stadium. NPL South Australia Round 8. Proudly brought to you by One Solution Group. This beautiful Sunday afternoon in Adelaide. 33 degrees, thank you very much. Got the ball. Adelaide United just happy to run the clock down, and they've given away a free kick now. Can anyone explain what that was for, please? Deafening silence there.
Well, you know, you could be nasty and say, what the hell are they trying to waste time for? They should be trying to score. They're on top. They've got them absolutely bleeding, and they are just giving him a
Spells
chance.
spat the dummy. He's thrown his
He's thrown the stats away.
Stats away. He's frustrated.
I just asked what the free kick was for. Oh!
There's a late
And
tackle.
nothing
That
for
should
that.
be. Yeah,
Oh,
he might be.
advantage
He might
shot
be.
wide. He'll
Yeah, he's
bring
going
it back. Now, is this a card? Of course it has to be a card. Going to 25.
Good refereeing that one.
Stamatolopoulos. True, Rob.
Yep.
Credit where credit's due. Wanted to see if there was any advantage.
Yep.
Yellow card to Apostolos Stamatolopoulos. He's a goal scorer in the 52nd minute as well. Very crude challenge there on Yoshida. Good to see Yoshida back on his feet, of course. So, what happened for that free kick? I thought he...
It was
it was
actually
advantage. It was advantage. That's
so,
why.
no advantage.
No.
We don't bring
Well,
it
they
back.
had that advantage. They had their shot,
Okay.
if you remember. I know
There's a lot of
you're
argy-bargy
getting
down
old.
here. Spells is having a good old laugh as well. There's a bit of argy-bargy behind me, guys.
Is there?
Yeah, Paul Pezos is still literally just probably 10 metres. The Parry-Hills players are... fans are like, he's got to remove. The linesman's like, get the ground
he's
assured.
Yeah, good clearance by
It's
Clark,
corner.
I think it was.
Well, this could be a draw, boys.
Smith.
Ooh.
92 and a bit gone in the game. 3-2 in favour of Adelaide United. Parry-Hills have a corner kick.
Stevens to take it. Watch Captain
Keeper's
Bailey.
down there. Wilt Chamberlain's gone there.
Diao.
Yoshida got his head on it. Keeper comes, punches. She was a
Uh-oh.
Parry-Hills
Uh-oh.
kicker.
Oh.
Shoot.
Well,
He's tried to.
he's shooting, but he's got Jimbo with a light pole instead. But good ground there by Chamberlain to get back and put the player with the ball under pressure. So look, there's the open goal. Have a go. That was a bad go, as you could see from that camera work, where that ball went out of shot. Para Hills now. Long, deep, searching ball. We've played 93 and a bit. Time the enemy for Para Hills, and so's the scoreboard. 3-2 down.
Still a couple of minutes, I reckon.
Oh, for sure. Golanchia. Back header by Butler. Yoshida didn't attack the ball, waited. And Adelaide United clear it.
So over the sideline it goes. So Para Hills trying to get this equaliser. They are 3-2 down. Piantadosi, long ball, right hand side, up went Carpenter, I reckon.
No, believe it or not, Matkilla's
That was
up
Yates.
there.
Yates have got the head there.
Yeah.
As it goes clearance, he's got a chance for Adelaide United. Running onto it is Brooke. Brooke has got it, looking for Leonga Beda. He's on the offside position.
Offside for sure.
And he tries to square it up, and the
Well done.
referee's assistant's got his flag up. As Pezos is signalling something there, yelling instructions from the other side of the park as they go into attack. Para Hills player thought it got interfered, but
No,
that's into
shepherding,
attack.
actually.
Oh, was he?
Good
As
work,
it
Bailey.
goes. I don't know if this referee's assistant knows what he's doing. 'Cause he's got his flag up and down.
94 and a bit gone. Butler giving chase, too heavy for him. Keep it comes Richards, easy in the end. He'll stay down for a bit to sate the clock. And that is the full-time whistle here at Smith Partners Stadium. Adelaide United running out victors 3-2 over the Para Hills Knights. And in a very interesting, I'm glad you used that word, interesting game.
So Ryan Marvedro will make his way, have a chat with Carlo Amianto. Got our man of the match award. Is it a couple of bottles of wine?
Two bottles of wine?
Yep, Claymore wines.
Claymore, that's
Getting
right.
some beautiful little carrier packs for
Carrier
him. So
packs, yes.
we'll have them next week.
Next week?
Correct.
Are you
So
sure?
we've got to keep one.
I'm hopeful.
You're going out on a limb there,
I'm
Spells.
going right out on a
We've
limb.
got to keep one for Pictionary that he won.
And who won last week? Who got our wine last week?
Deloisio.
Michael Deloisio, that's right. That's 6 bottles. We're in arrears.
I think Rob won one too, didn't he?
Rob
Peppercelli?
who?
Rob Peppercelli.
Here, come here. So Adelaide United, 3-2 victors over the Para Hills Knights, who I think the scoreline flatters Para Hills, if I may say.
I think so.
I think, how many woodworks and bars did we have? 3?
Well, yeah, and
Couple
just-
at least.
I mean, the shots on goal for a start, as we're just waiting for our man of the match. There was
Roger King
20 odd
couple of-
shots on goals to about 7.
is watching the game as well. Former
Lee Cox says it wasn't a dive.
South Australian Soccer Federation administration person.
That's the only good thing
Roger
about
King?
this Facebook. Get feedback going. Lee Cox says wasn't a dive.
Of course it wasn't.
Okay, I might have been a bit harsh.
It wasn't a dive.
Good to
You were
see.
harsh on the play and harsh on the referee today.
Okay, let's go down to our boundary rider. Thanks to Dry Creek Auto Wreckers with our man of the match,
Carlo.
Armiento.
Congratulations, well deserved.
Thank you.
How do you feel your game went today?
It was frustrating. I reckon could put more chances away. First half especially. Pez wasn't happy, but take 3 points to move on.
Speaking about half-time, what was Paul Pezos' chat? I had a chat with you as you were moving into that half-time break, and you did sort of say that, you weren't playing the right football, the correct football that you wanted to play. What did he say to you guys at half-time? Because you came out with a bit of fire in your belly.
He just talked about the chances, really. We had 5-6. It could have been 4-0, 5-0. He harped on it. We came out and we put our chance away.
Speaking of the chances, you had one just before that half-time break where you should have buried. You sort of rectified that with a nice free kick. Was that planned to go into that sort of front post there for the keeper?
Yeah, I saw the keeper back post and I thought, why not try the front post, and yeah, went in.
You've got a great left foot. I was actually saying that when he gets around that 20-25 yard metre, he knows how to sort of hit one with his left foot. You're happy with that free kick? Is that up there with your favourite ones? I know you hit one last year for Adelaide City. Yeah. That counted.
I hit a few for City, but one against RP and one against Metro in the semi. Probably the one against Metro last year, probably up there.
I remember the one with the RPA. That didn't go in. Nacheski just got his hand to it. That would have been a good one there because that would have been put you guys on level term.
Yeah, it was, but this one just as good. A goal's a goal.
Making your move to Adelaide United now, you left Adelaide City, you've come under here at Adelaide United. Damien Murray sort of put a good sort of work ethic within you, got you sort of ready for this sort of professional environment?
Yeah, it was. Last year was actually my first year of first team football because I did my ACL probably 3 years ago, last week now. So, yeah, played 18s and last year played first team. Now working slowly, working harder to get up there.
Did your ACL 3 years ago? How's the knee? Always know when you do an ACL injury, your knees, you always got to do your strength work, your rehab work. How is the knee injury?
Yeah, well, I actually did it with Adelaide United straight after NTC. So I did a whole rehab with them and then went back to club, played at 18s, did my rehab. Touch wood, feels good now.
And this season for yourself, how are things tracking personally as a team? You guys are doing all right. Looks like you're going to be pushing for that final. You're pushing for the finals football. But yourself personally, how do you feel your game has developed in the last probably eight weeks and even during that pre-season stuff?
Yeah, it was good. Coming out of that with Damien, pushed me hard. Pez the same, hard work. We did NYL, so that got me. We didn't really stop. We just went straight through it. Now started NPL, feeling fit, feeling good, getting results, and team's working hard, so just keep going.
Para Hills today, did you expect a tough battle like that? It was a tough battle. They haven't got a team of stars, but they're just they've lost a few players last year, but they're just really well organised, you know what I mean? They defensively, their structure was sound. They did put a bit of pressure on you. It was 3-2 at the end. Were you expecting that from Para Hills?
Yeah, well, Paul half.
Just wait a second. Unfortunately, mate, you didn't get man of the match, so you're just going to have to head that way. Don't worry, I'll look after you, bud. I'll look after you.
Speedy Dorigo.
How did you feel that Para Hills? Were you expecting a tough battle like that from Para Hills?
Oh, 100% in this heat. Para Hills, probably team always going to come out, work hard. They'll never lay down. So yeah, from the start, Paul was like, we have to push in. We're lucky we put our chance away. They could snatch it at the end.
And a bit of confidence as well coming into this week. You had a big result last week against Campbelltown. A great team, a great, well-organised team. 11, not even that, there's 16 players, even players that come off the bench. They can create something. You must have been happy with that result last week, especially to come into a game like this.
Yeah, not many teams knock off Campbelltown, so good. Brilliant team, Destroyers, the Mullins. So it wasn't a hard game. It wasn't an easy game. So for us to knock them off, we got confidence. Paul's pushing us hard. It never stops. We always work hard at training. We just keep going from there.
Boys, you want to fire away? I know your lips are burning. Fire away to young Carlo here.
Carlo, there's a bit of difference with Adelaide United youth this season. I think Spells said it. You're more mature. You look more mature out there. I think you got a chance to make the finals this year. It looks pretty good for the boys.
Yeah, well, I wasn't here last year, but looking at the results compared to this year, last year, we're doing very well. We just need to keep going, don't stop, and see what happens at the end of the season.
And Carlo, yourself coming off there, was that just tactical, bit tired? What was that all about?
Oh, I was cramping up a little bit. It's bloody hot.
I can imagine.
Can I also ask you, going back to last week's game against Campbelltown, do you guys lift when you know you're playing a better team as opposed to a bottom half team? Does that sort of affect your mindset?
I don't think so, because everyone wants to beat us. We're young kids. Everyone wants to knock us off, so I don't really think that's a factor.
And Carlo, you were swinging with Ochieng today. Was there something with Mark that he came off at half time? What was his issue?
I'm not quite sure. I just think Paul wanted to change things up and took him off.
Boy, but Pacifico comes on and he adds something to you.
Wow, he's not bad, isn't he?
He's pretty quick.
Isn't he just?
Yeah.
You boys were sort of pounding away down here and you had the defence under a lot of pressure from Para Hills, and maybe if you take anything out of the game, you took the foot off the throttle a little bit, 10, 15 minutes to go, and maybe could have kept playing hard and look for more goals.
Yeah, correct. We got a few down. I don't know if it was a penalty or not, but we could have a penalty, and down other, and Isaac, brilliant save, just need to follow him up.
Yeah.
You could have had a hat-trick today, mate.
Oh, don't talk about it.
That was a beautiful crack here off the free kick too, buddy, that you hit the crossbar. That was absolute cracker.
Thank you.
Carlo, I got short-term memory loss. Where did you come from last season, sorry?
Adelaide City.
Okay, so have you found the difference in the training from an A-League club and their junior setup from Adelaide City? Is there much difference in trainings? And
I don't think so. Coming from a great club from City, Damien, you know what Damien's like. He's crazy, so similar to Pez.
Okay, that's not the word I would have used, but anyway, that's all right, Carlo. It's crazy. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, so the trainings are very similar, high intensity. Yeah. The bar set high if you want to, and there's no room to drop the bar, so Pez harps about hard work, and we just keep them going.
Spells also said about you boys looking a bit more like men, if I could say, instead of last season, the boys. Is the body training part of the training at Adelaide United Youth? Like, weights and stuff like that?
Well, us boys, we go to the gym, but it's not. We don't do it as a team. We do it individually. Okay. But we train we do core work at training. So yeah.
Carlo, you've won our LSA Man of the Match. We've got a couple of bottles of wine coming to you potentially. How old are you? Over 18?
Yeah, I'm 18.
All right,
Damn, we're going to keep those
Do you
wine.
train at Elizabeth or here?
We train here.
Oh, you train here as
Yeah.
well? Okay.
Yeah,
So this is like your home ground.
Yes,
then, is that
sir.
right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Good on you, Carlo.
I was going to say, boys,
Yeah.
that wine, if he was under 18, I'd give it to your parents because they've given you a beautiful left foot. That's a weapon. That's a weapon. You're going to be happy with that left foot. They're a rare breed, especially playing on the wing. You're dynamic, you're creative, you know when to link up, you know when to beat your player. Personally, I'd be giving that to your parents, saying thank you.
Yeah, I don't know. Dad, I don't think Dad has a left foot. Maybe took it off Mum. I don't know.
Do they come and watch you?
Yeah, I think they're just
They-
in the car there.
Yeah, hang on. I think Sandra wants to ask you a question because she's involved in the Adelaide United setup. So we'll just pass the. Sandra, go for it.
Hey Carlo, how you going?
Hi, Sandra. How are you?
Good, good. Well done on today.
Thank you.
A good performance as always. Just quick question. Obviously, a lot of the boys from the youth team get up to the seniors. Do you think that's a goal for you?
Well, I think that's every kid's dream to play A-League.
Yeah.
So one step at a time, just keep working hard here and see what happens.
And obviously, it will make you feel good that you can see, boys like Nathan,
Yeah.
Kay, and
Jordan.
Lachlan too.
Yeah, you get opportunity, so you just need to be ready when the opportunity's there. You need to take it.
That's it. Good on you, mate.
Thank you,
Well done.
Sandra.
Well done, mate.
Thank you.
Take it easy.
Thank you.
And he won our Man of the Match, Ryan. So
We'll get 2 bottles of wine to you.
We'll get you the
by
2
hook
bottles.
or by crook. Might be by crook actually, the way spells works.
No worries, bud.
or 2 bottles of water.
Excellent game.
2
today.
bottles of wine. Well done.
Well
that's
done. Excellent
our
game.
LSA Man of the
Thank
Match.
you.
Carlo Armiento there for Adelaide United. Could have had a hat-trick today. I think the scoreline probably flattered Adelaide. Well, flattered Para Hills, unfortunately. But, yeah, good victory and convincing victory.
Good
But
lad too.
Para Hills could have stolen it at the end, which, that's a game of soccer, isn't it? Domination doesn't mean anything except for the scoreboard.
And I think that's one of the challenges for the young United team, and what they're looking for is to make sure they play full 90 minutes, run it out, never take anything for granted. So, as we're saying, this is a constant learning curve for them, but I think we're seeing some really promising signs from them.
Pepper, just before we wrap it up, you got some final scores from yesterday and today, and spells we won't even worry about the stats. Is that how we're looking this afternoon?
3-2 victory to Adelaide United, yes.
Okay, so yesterday happened Campbelltown 2 defeated Olympic 1, Metro Stars 2, Adelaide City 0, Adelaide Comets 3, Croydon 2. Paul was happy with this one. West Adelaide winning in the 95th minute mark. West Adelaide 2, Burkalla 1. Panthers ran out winners 2-0 against Sturt Lions. It stopped at 90 for some reason. Don't know why, but they were 2-0 up. And here at the Smith Partners Stadium, it was Adelaide United running out winners 3-2 against Para Hills.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed this afternoon's broadcast. We've got a bit of a trip to go back to Adelaide metropolitan area from up here. How was the drive today for you guys?
Oh, well, I live down this side
I
of
come
town.
from the beach, mate. It
Did
was
you?
a bit of a drive.
Oh, well. Did you get a nosebleed?
Almost. My ears popped or blocked.
Did it?
Next time I go to the airport, get a flight out here or something.
You might be able to.
Ryan,
They can
thanks.
drop you off in the water.
Well, we've had no rain, so there's probably no water, so I'll probably be all right. Thanks to the entire crew here of Live Streaming Australia. We hope you've enjoyed today's broadcast. Of course, watching it through Facebook Live, through YouTube Live. You can also listen to the audio stream through how? My memory some days is out for me. I think
That's
YouTube.
what happened.
YouTube.
No, it's not YouTube. Who
Oh,
said
the
YouTube?
Adelaide Web Radio.
Adelaide Web
This is
Radio.
what happens when you come out of that air-conditioned booth and you've got a little bit of sun that comes onto that noggin of yours. Your memory's
I
shot.
like how he's looking that way. You're looking
Oh.
at the camera, aren't
I
you?
have to look at the
Yeah.
camera.
No, he's professional. He's a
done
true
well.
professional, Ryan Marvejo.
Because he's not looking at us.
Why would you want to look at
And
us?
When
I'm
he's
just
talking
gonna,
to us.
I'm just gonna drop my mic and I'll be heading that direction after I finish today's commentary.
What's that behind your foot?
It's the little headphones.
No, there's something on the floor.
Yeah, that's his headphone.
On the floor?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the headphones.
Oh, okay. Make sure you pick
got a
that
It's
up.
been a long day for
No,
Paul
it has
today.
been a
We
long
had
day.
to
We
wind
hope you've
things up
enjoyed
here.
it. We hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll catch you. Next week we have off because of the FFA Cup qualifiers going on, so we'll be back on the 21st. From the entire crew of Live Streaming Australia, Ryan Marveggio, our boundary rider, thanks to Dry Creek Auto Wreckers, our two great cameramen, Chappie and Pete Senior on the cameras, Jimbo and Cassandra doing the production work and also the halftime stuff with Spells, our special comments, and Statsman with a bit of a question mark over Statsman, and your commentators, Rob Peppicelli and Paul Pellizzari.
Thanks, mate.
Is that all right,
I'll tell you
mate?
which game we're doing.
Okay.
21st of April, Adelaide City in Croydon, down at Adelaide City Park.
I look forward to that one there. From the complete team of Live Streaming Australia, it's good afternoon from us, leaving you with a final score. Adelaide United 3, Para Hills 2.
See you.
Anybody there? Anybody?